Arca Bulls family, hello, hello. Let me get some A's in the chat if you can hear me. Throw some A's in the chat if you can hear me. What is up, my people? Arca Bulls family, how you doing, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh my goodness, did I have so much to eat? Tell me what you guys ate. Let me hear what you guys ate for that holiday night last night. You guys tell me some good meals. I actually had some ham, some tamales, all kinds of good stuff. Hound, Kal-El, what's up guys? My mods, Samantha, how you doing? Kilo, what's up? Chromico Studios, Lion of All Trades, what's up, man? Rodrigo, what's up? Mark, George. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate this. Matt, what's up, man? Mr. J, I see you in there. Prime Ribs, Chromical Studio. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. You guys, actually, we made some tamales that were actually some shredded beef tamales and also some chicken tamales, all dipped in these like different types of green and red sauces. It was incredible, you guys. Trust me when I say I definitely had to take one of those anti-acid pills, or the antacids, right? Because it was just too much to eat. Fern, what you eating over there, man? Oh, dude, that sounds very good. Michael says prime rib here. Oh my goodness, you guys, thank you so much. Mr. J, please. Andrew, thank you so much. Mr. J, you guys coming in hot in the Christmas. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Yes, we'll definitely take a look at GTII for Andrew. Mr. J, please let me know what I can do for you. Type in whatever ticker we're going to be looking at. I really appreciate you guys so much. I can't tell you. Definitely going to help the family out a lot, you guys. But yeah, no, I was saying that we actually ended up putting together some. If you're Hispanic, if you're you know, Mexican, Salvadoran, or whatever, have you guys ever heard of sope, like SOPE? Oh my goodness, you guys, it was so incredible. Sergio Angel, man, thank you so much, my bro. He says hello, great work. Anyway, that I could please briefly get your views on KAL. Thank you so much. Cal, I didn't know you had your own ticker, my dude. We will definitely take a look at that for sure. Okay, so yeah, you guys. So yeah, look at Firm5 says he's definitely heard of it. Yeah, man, I actually had some of those soapies. They were so amazing, man. I can't even tell you. We actually had like this queso fresco. It's like this cheese, right? That is just like kind of like a wet texture, and it's not so salty, it's not so bland, but it's just that right balance, right? It was the toppings. It was the toppings for the food, you guys. It was incredible stuff, man. Cal, what's up, buddy, man? Good to see you. Dab on them. So how was the holiday, you guys? Please tell me. How was the... What'd you guys get for Christmas, man? Tell me what that tree brought you. Oh, you guys. Sebastian Lim, what's up, buddy, man? Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So we need to take a look at HLBZ and OP, man. Okay, so what's going on with those tickers, brother? Are you losing? Are you winning? Are we gonna make some money? Do we gotta beat up some people? Let me know. Yeah, actually, Samantha, we're gonna have to put up some pictures of the food, right? I've actually haven't done so in the Discord as of late. Just the holidays have had us a little occupied, right? Oh my goodness. Kilo says, I got nothing but a nagging wife. Please, my brother, no, don't tell me that news. I hate it. Oh my goodness. Hey, we got to make the wife happy though. Happy life, happy wife, right? Happy wife, happy life. How tomatoes, man. Don Hilbert says, had a great enchiladas and prime rib smoked in my smoker. Oh, Don, what kind of smoker do you have, man? I actually have a smoker too. I'm gonna be smoking some prime rib this weekend as well, my friend. So what's your what are the settings that you're using? What's your time frame, right, for making your cuts? Do you like that? Do you like that medium rare? Do you like that rare? I personally am a little bit afraid of the blood. You know, I used to do my meat like a medium rare finish, but now you know, ever since I got sick this one time, it was terrible, you guys, you know, so now I tend to cook it a little more than normal. Oh my goodness, but it sounds like you guys had some nice dinners. Oh man, I'm telling you, yesterday's CRTD video, there were so many people actually knocking on my door. I'm surprised that you guys weren't able to hear that, man. Because these people were like, what are you doing in there? And I totally snuck out. I really, like, for real, I snuck out of the dinner table. I said, I gotta do this. I gotta do this for the community. They're about to dive into something, or they got longs in there. They don't even know what's happening at this point. So that's why I did it, you guys. So I'm actually going to be taking some notes over the tickers that we got to do for the donations. You guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. So I'm going to start off first with, let's see. We're going to start off that first with GTII, right? With Andrew, right? I'm just making my notes real quick, you guys, before we do get started. We want to make sure to get as many people as we can up in the chat so that we can get some real suggestions here, you guys. I want to make sure to cover everybody, or as many people as I can, right? I know that tomorrow is that big day. There's a lot of anticipation happening, a lot of nervousness happening within the AMC ticker as well, you guys. Please be careful with what's happening with AMC, as I do see some downside coming in. Okay, I actually uploaded a Tesla video and an AMC video as well. Those threads of analysis are actually very important. Okay, so whenever you can, definitely tune in to the videos that I posted literally about an hour ago, or under an hour ago, and you'll be able to catch the idea as to what's happening now. Particularly the Tesla, okay, you guys, there is something brewing for Tesla, but I have to warn that there is a downside coming in first, okay? So this, there's a lot of people who actually tell me, well, it's useless to look at your charts when you don't know fundamental analysis and stuff. So this is actually to show you guys what can potentially happen based on data, okay? So the statistics are showing that there is an upside coming for Tesla, but we need to face the downside first, okay? So the video explains it all. Okay, I definitely want you guys to check that out, because there could be a play, and this is definitely suggesting an upside potentially after another week of capitulation, or another few days of capitulation. Okay, you guys, the markets are very nervous. The markets are looking at some potential downside coming in. So I need you guys to be very careful with what's happening, okay? I really appreciate everybody stopping by. You guys, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure to do that so that we can continue doing our work here for the tickers, getting retail to be informed with whatever is happening in the markets. You know, you guys, you know how that goes. I really appreciate you. So let's see the chat. What are you telling me? What are you telling me? Lion of all trades, I have an interesting suggestion. So WLAN and MMAT. Lion, you are not the only one to suggest that WLAN. I am curious as to what that is. Does anyone know what that WLAN is all about? Is it a squeeze play? Is it killing people? What's happening, you guys? Please let me know. Beso Amy in the chat. What's up? What's up? Oh man, I am making myself hungry. Okay, actually, somebody offered me, hey, do you want to get some food before you go in there? You want to have it in the studio while you talk? And I'm like, no, I definitely can't do that. Definitely cannot do that. I don't want to be burping all over the microphone. I already have these weird little episodes of regurgitation. Oh my goodness, tomato. I get acid reflux from tomato. I get it from pineapple. I get it from kiwi. I get it from all kinds of different things, you guys. Not good. Definitely not good. Okay, so I am definitely going to continue that in the notes, okay? So I know I am speaking a lot, but there is a lot to say as the markets do open up tomorrow, okay? Mr. J, I don't know if you actually told me something that you wanted me to revise. I would really like to. I know that you came in here and supported very, very kindly of you. Sorry. So please let me know if there's anything I can do for you, my good sir. I'm gonna leave your name up on my notes here so that I can remember, okay? I still have the suggestion. I'm sorry, I still have the donation from Sergio. I know he wants me to take a look at ticker symbol Cal, and I'm not sure if that was a joke or whatever, but we're definitely going to load it into the TradingView software and see what we have. You guys, if you want to trade like Arca and you are curious to know what software I use, I just mentioned it, okay? It's called TradingView, okay? Usually I have the affiliate link located below in the description, okay? If you're curious about how I trade, or if you're curious about the tools that I use, TradingView offers a vast amount of tools. Okay, so I am an accepted affiliate, and that has since helped me out a lot for continuing my trading career. Okay, you guys, I really do appreciate you signing up. I know a few of you have already used the link to sign up for some free subscriptions, for some paid subscriptions, all that good stuff, you guys. I know that I also offer the Crypstex ARC-Series indicators. You guys, please know that the subscription indicators are not they don't have anything to do with the subscription that you set up for TradingView. Okay, so the TradingView subscription is entirely by itself, is its own thing. Crypstex, they are an authorized retailer within the TradingView space. Okay, you guys, so this is important for you to know, that acquiring the Crypstex indicators or subscription does not allow you access into TradingView, and know that also the indicators are only powered within TradingView software. Okay, they are not compatible with any other platform, as they were developed and scripted within the native language of TradingView itself, which is called PineScript. Okay, you guys, definitely keep that in mind. Okay, so I am looking at now the next tickers that we're going to be looking at is for Sebastian Lim. That's going to be HLBZ and OP. I do remember speaking to the moderator Cal about that ticker symbol OP. It was a very volatile play. Okay, you guys, I hope you're not trapped in that. I hope you guys were able to just take some losses quickly. Okay, that it's very important for you guys to do that. Okay, definitely don't bag hold. Okay, you guys, bag holding is definitely not something that we should be considering. All right, this coming from the guy holding the biggest bag of AMC. No, I'm not the guy holding the biggest bag. I'm sure there's a lot of people holding AMC bags and stuff. Oh my goodness, man. Dr. 175, what is up, man? Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Happy holidays to you, my friend. If I haven't said hi to you, please, it is not a personal thing. I just don't see it just yet. Eric, my goodness, my power lifter. What's up, man? He says, yo, brother, another live. I can chill for a little bit with everyone. Yes, man, definitely come by, hang out for a little bit while you do have that time, and we will continue on with the analysis, my brother. Okay, we're just waiting for some more people to step into the chat, as they are accumulating as we go. You guys, for the new people that have stepped into the chat, please make sure to hit that like button. Let's go ahead and get as many people in here as we can, so that we can get some knowledge out to the public. Okay, you guys, there's a lot of things to talk about, a lot of tickers to take a look at. I do see okay, you know what, Blink is talking about APRN. We can go ahead and add it for Blink as well. Okay, I know that we were talking about APRN the last time. I actually don't even remember what happened. What did I say? And did it happen, you guys? Please let me know if it happened. All right, Ed Princeton, what's up, man? Thank you so much, my bro. I can't tell you how much this means. This is definitely some holiday gifts coming in for the Arca household here, so I really appreciate you guys donating that much. Ed, please let me know, my brother. Is there anything that you're looking at? Is there any ticker that you want me to evaluate for you, or need an opinion on, or a second opinion, like a doctor, right? You want to make sure that the doctor telling you that your leg is broken isn't the only doctor telling you your leg is broken, right? So very terrible analogy here, or simile, but you know what I mean. Okay, you guys. So again, please, you guys, if you haven't hit that like button, please make sure to hit that as soon as you can. So we're gonna go ahead and add that for Blink. It's APRN, he said, right? Okay, now Cal, moderator, what's up, buddy? You're telling me TMC. What is up with TMC, my bro? I haven't actually heard of that ticker, unless you're also playing a joke on me one more time, laughing at me behind my back, throwing cookies at me, throwing rocks at me, throwing me into the lion's den, my bro. The last time you were putting LMAO, I thought it was a whole ass ticker. My guys. Oh my goodness. So yeah. Please, you guys, I actually didn't know what was happening within that WLAN ticker. Did anyone answer that question? I am actually not sure what could be happening there. Okay, you guys, what is up with it? As I do know that there's a lot of speculation behind it. Okay, so it is for sure a ticker, right, Cal? It's definitely TMC. Let me go ahead and put that on the notes as well, as we will continue it. Let's see. Eric P is saying, do you start You starting to pay any attention to news, Arca? I know you're straight analysis statistical, but I would think you're peeking at some news on the tickers you're in. No, actually, Eric, I am not personally looking at these at the fundamental news or looking for it myself, as I do have an incredible amount of fundamental analysts within the Discord community. Okay, so I don't know if you've noticed, but literally every single ticker that we're covering has fundamentals covered by a lot of the kind members within the Discord community, and I actually don't have to Google it myself, as they are the sole reason that I know anything of fundamentals. Okay, there's plenty of people in there who do cover that, and I'm lucky enough to see it. Cal is actually a person who's very knowledgeable within that fundamental analysis and also his charting, so he's definitely a good person to look out for within the community. The moderator, Cal. Yeah, definitely, Cal. I'll definitely take a look at that. So give me a little rundown, bro. Is it a short squeeze play, or are there shorts in play? Right, acquisition coming in, merger. What is the deal? I want to know what it is, my bro, because when you suggest something like that, I can definitely accept some upside. Ed, in case Ed Pierce, what was it? Ed Princeton. If you haven't, let me know just yet, my bro. If I've missed your chat, please remind me, okay? I don't want to just take your I don't want to just pick your pocket like that, my brother. If you do have something, please let me know. But if you don't, I also appreciate that, my good sir. I don't want to forget any of you who are making these kind donations. You guys are all so kind. We're gonna make sure to start off the analysis first with Andrew, okay? As that is gonna be the reason that this chat becomes amazing. Why? Because it's GTII. Lots of people winning in GTII right now. I know that there's also a lot of people in the bag holding percentile. I get that, okay? But it's okay, you guys. We are looking at the charts. We are trying to make the smart moves here, okay? I know that there's a lot of speculation happening within GTII and CRTD, but please know that I am definitely looking after it, you guys. If you do have any questions at all, don't hesitate to post them here, and also don't hesitate to join the Discord community, okay, you guys? There's the link in the description below for you to consider joining the RCAB trading community in Discord. It's free, you guys. All right, so for now, we're just gonna go ahead and hang out there. We're gonna talk, we're gonna strategize, we're gonna make sure that we are not bag holding, most importantly, okay, you guys? It's very important that we continue. Mr. J saying, are you live chatting on Discord? Any of you other investors in a live stream? So definitely answer that question for Mr. J, you guys. He is asking if there's anyone else doing live streams from their Discord or YouTube or any other social platform. Please answer that question if you can. Me personally, sometimes we do some Discord live streams. I will be developing, well, actually it is already in the works between me, moderator Cal, moderator Hound. We are actually looking at some potentials within the Discord space for the Crypstex holders, okay, you guys? So there is something brewing there for the people who are holding the Crypstex indicators, as there is going to be strategy talked, and there's also going to be a private chat between them and me, okay, you guys? So if you do find some interest within those indicators, the ARC-Series indicators, please send me a DM. It's either on Twitter, you can also send me an email, okay? The email is located in the About section of my profile on YouTube, and you can find me on Twitter and Discord. The links will be included in the description below. You guys, if you haven't done so already, there's a lot of people coming in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hit that like button so that we can continue getting some more people into the chat, so that we could gauge that the real edge for tomorrow, okay, you guys? I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Let's go ahead and refer to the chat and see what's happening before we do get this move, before we do get this thing on the roll. Chat, what are you saying? Let's see. Eric, what are your thoughts on MMTLP? My goodness, bro. What are my thoughts on MMTLP? Wasn't that already closed? Wasn't that already a banned ticker? I know that there's a lot of people looking into what could potentially have happened before the closure of that ticker, right? I know that MMTLP MMTOP, the metamaterials, was actually tied to MMAT as well, and we were able to see a massive downside before the closure of that ticker. Okay, so but I'm not exactly sure what's happening within MMLT. Chat, if you guys know what's happening within MMLT, definitely don't hesitate to put it on the chat. Let's find out what could be happening. Let's help out Eric into knowing what could potentially happen with that ticker. Is there a relisting happening? What's happening with that? Okay, I don't know anything about the fundamentals within that. I already covered the statistics on that before it closed, and those moves were already covered. Thank you, Eric, for commenting though, my bro. I apologize for not knowing. Henrik, what's up, man? What's good, Arca? Everything is good, my brother. Henrik, I can't tell you, my bro. I ate a lot of stuff for Christmas. I ate a lot of stuff for the Eve as well. My goodness, man, I couldn't tell you how full I am. How are you, my bro? Is everything okay? Ed Princeton, look up EVGN. Okay, so there you go, Ed. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. I'm gonna go ahead and add it into the notes right here. So Ed is, let's see, where are you, Ed? There you are. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start you slightly after Mr. J if he does have anything for me to look at. Okay, so it's gonna be Ed Princeton with EVGN. Who's in EVGN, you guys? Are any of you in EVGN? What's happening within that ticker? We're going to look at that ticker as well. So far, the tickers that we're going to be looking at are per request, GTII, EVGN, HLBZ, OP, APRN, and TMC. We definitely have Andrew suggesting that first GTII. Okay, guys, are you guys in GTII? I can definitely tell you that I am long GTII, and I am looking for some more upside still, you guys. Definitely good things coming on. Mac, what's up, buddy? Thank you for stopping by. Dr175 with the hit the likes, y'all. Please make sure to hit the likes. Thank you, Doctor. I can't be more thankful to you. Yes, Beso Amy, I saw you already. What is up? Okay, so let's see. So Max says I'll be up at the pre-market bell to call what I see if it happens. Okay, so you're talking about MULN, right? You guys, I heard Mullen's reverse split was actually true. Is that something that's happening? Am I hearing this right? Is there a real reverse split happening for MULN, Mullen Automotive? Does anyone know the information on that stuff? Because it's sounding a little sketchy. What is happening? Yeah. Okay, so Mr. J says, I'm good, bro. I am long in GTII and AMC. Mr. J, I urge you to take a look at that video that I just released for AMC, as I do see some downside. Okay, I want you to validate your thesis alongside with mine, or merge the strategies and take a look at what could potentially happen in the coming sessions, okay? Because I do see some weakness in the market, but I would like you to evaluate it with your own eyes and add your own filter to it so that you could gain that real edge. Okay, you guys, there's definitely things coming along that could present some serious dangers for your long positions. Man, Cryptic Trader says AMC sucks. My goodness, my bro, trust me, it's holding so much of my money. Angel Eyes, you already know I'm in GTII, LOL, evening all. I definitely know, Angel Eyes. Thank you so much for stopping by once again, and I couldn't appreciate you more, young miss. Okay, I really appreciate that, you guys. Make sure to hit that like button as you come in, you guys. Let's get as many people as we can up in the chat. So tell me, chat, does anybody know anything about MMTOP so we can help out my brother right up there trying to find out what could happen within that? I know that there is some talks happening. I actually do see it popping up a little more in Twitter. Okay, and not that Twitter is the place for us to get our information, right? I'm just saying that it could be a place for us to gain a potential early information, an early source of information, right? So Karamico Studios is telling me Mullen RS got postponed. Okay, so Mac, what are you saying about that, buddy? So he says, give me a minute on that Mullen reverse split info. So far, I know since the stockholder meeting was postponed. Okay, which also means that the reverse split possibility is pushed back as well. Okay, yes. So I do love to hear that. Okay, you guys, because if the reverse split is pushed back. That gives retail a little more time into thinking what they're going to do with their long positions, okay? Either add or either sell. What is going to happen? I am not too sure, okay, you guys? We have to be very careful with what's happening within the markets as we are looking at the broader market sentiment, add some more turbulence into the market, okay, you guys? There's a lot of speculation happening. There's a lot of FUD spreading. Make sure to trust your instinct. Make sure to trust your data. Make sure to do your own DD, okay, you guys? This is not financial advice from anyone in here or me. All right, you guys, we are just here to support each other. We are here to have nice conversations on this fine Monday night right after the holiday. Yesterday, you guys, everything is looking good. Angry Music Super S says, for Mullen, it seems like okay, the reverse split had sufficient votes, but they lacked votes for the dilution, so they pushed it back. Wow. Okay, is that really what's happening? Interesting. Mark Roach says Mullen January 19th, 2023 meeting. Okay, so there's a meeting coming up, you guys, for Mullen. Micah, burritos. I love it. I love it. I had tamales. I had sopes. I had all kinds of stuff. Ham. Some traditional American food, definitely some Mexican, some Central American as well. All kinds of good stuff, because there are two sides to the family within the Arca household. Okay, you guys, I really appreciate you sharing your dinners as I'm getting hungrier and hungrier as you guys talk about it. Oh, good stuff, you guys. Angel Eye says it's not dead, Tyler, so you can smack that button hard. Smack that like button, you guys. Angel said it herself. Thank you, Angel. I appreciate you. So Kenneth Reed says, Kenneth, what's up, man? So he says, if we have inverse stocks, shouldn't it be good if the market crashes? Okay, so if the market crashes, we do have inverse plays to where the market gathers money. Okay, so it literally will never lose money. Except for the trillions of dollars that belong to our pockets. Except for that money, of course, magically. Right, yes, so Kenneth Reed is right. We do have inverse plays that can be scalped too, or momentum traded or day traded or swung. Okay, so those particular plays are the inverse tickers to the NDX. Okay, so we're looking at the Qs. So in particular to the NASDAQ, we do have the SQQQ ticker which is the Ultra Pro Shorts. Okay, and that is a 3x levered. So you definitely have to be careful. You can play options on it. You can do longs, or you can even short it if you want. Okay, so yeah, you can do the 3x levered Ultra Pro Shorts for the SQQQ. You can also do the SPY inverse or the SPX inverse, which is the SPXU. Okay, there's a bunch of them out there, you guys. All you got to do is just take a look at those tickers. Line of All Trades says that the UVXY for the VIX. That's right. That's the inverse for the SPY as well. There's plenty of tickers out there that you can trade inversely. Okay, meaning that if you know that the markets are going to go down, and you feel more confident going long than short, then the SQQQ or the SPXU or the UVXY, those tickers would present a little bit more of a safe haven for you in case you are a long biased trader. Okay, you guys, it is important to know the details and the tricks within the trade. Okay, definitely know your rules, definitely know your details. Okay, you guys, because there's many ways to make money within the markets. Okay, so I'm gonna actually start loading up the ticker symbol GTII for Andrew, as we should be getting started pretty soon, you guys. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. Make sure to hit that like button whenever you can so that we can get as many people in here as possible, you guys. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Okay, so yes, so what did I say? We're gonna load up, oh yeah, that's right, we're gonna load up GTII, right? So let's see. We're gonna type in GTII, as I know that I do have plenty of saves for that particular ticker itself. Okay, so we're gonna load up the statistical side of the analysis first, and we're gonna get this on the roll. Okay, so Andrew B says that he wants to take a look at a brief update on GTII. I did upload a video on Friday, you guys, for GTII, going into deeper detail of what I am going to explain right now. Okay, so if you want to know the exact play, if you want to know what I am looking at absolutely in detail, definitely look at the video that I uploaded on I believe that was Friday. Okay, yeah, I think it was Friday. I'm pretty sure it was Friday. Andrew Music, Angry Music, sorry, what's up, man? Good to see you in here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Once again, you guys, if you haven't done so already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video so that we can get some more people up in here. Also, let me get a sip of water. My goodness. What's up, buddy? Angry Music saying, yeah, cheers, dude. Thanks for stopping by, my bro. I definitely hope you had a good holiday season thus far. Okay, we do have that new year coming up. I definitely expect to do some more live streams in between. Definitely going to be releasing videos on the regular, of course, you guys. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and now start to get the serious note, the serious face into the chat now, you guys. We're going to now be speaking about GTII per Andrew B. Okay, you guys, so know that what I'm about to tell you is absolutely a statistical based type of play. Okay, so I am looking at the 3-day chart in particular. I have taken a back test of volatility versus momentum in the GTI asset throughout the entire trading history in the 3-day chart. Okay, you guys, so that test actually gave us a very interesting set of numbers. Okay, so out of a total 11 iterations, we are looking at volatility versus momentum, guessing 7 out of those 11 correctly to the upside, giving us an upside accuracy, average upside accuracy of 68.63% with an average upside thrust of which a lot of people are speculating and talking about, trying to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, of a massive 3,202.47% over the span of about 32 and a quarter days. Okay, so that move, what I have to tell you is that it's absolutely in play. And again, we're looking at the macro perspective here. Okay, you guys, so this is definitely the 3-day chart. If you're looking at 3-day candles printing in this form right here, the upside continuation is absolutely imminent. Okay, now it does differ from the CRTD asset, as CRTD is not running in tandem with GTII. Okay, it is not running like the way the inverse plays run or the way that the TQQQ runs against the Nasdaq. It doesn't run like that. Okay, it's not like that. CRTD is definitely its own entity still. GTII, it's its own asset. Okay, you guys, make sure not to trade GTII like you would trade CRTD or inversely. Okay, you guys, make sure to watch out with that, because I do see downside coming in for CRTD particularly, but I still see upside for GTII. Okay, so the move that we were waiting for days and days, okay, you guys, which is very interesting how these things connect. We looked at this data before. We looked at this data way before that stuff with CRTD and GTII came about. Okay, we were able to look at that 47-cent bottom, which actually went to 45, and then we started this massive move. What is that move thus far? We're looking at a pump from 45 cents to about, let's see, that's 162.42% already. Okay, things are looking very good thus far, guys. Okay, so the 3,000% that I'm looking at, it's remember, statistical value, but I am looking at a top target of about $18.47. Okay, so it also shares confluence with the resistance top of this ascending channel that we've been in for years. Okay, so the beginning of this channel here was actually September 14th, 2018. So we are still within that channel, and it looks like now we're making a corrective move towards the upside, of which is a move that we actually did look at for quite some time. Let's go ahead and load another GTII analysis thread here. So we're going to load up the RSI in particular, and we're going to take a look at the potentials for the coming days. Okay, make sure that Andrew does get his answers correctly, okay, you guys, because I don't remember exactly what I said in the video from Friday, as I am covering several tickers, but it's okay. We can go ahead and just recap and make sure that our play is still within our control. Okay, you guys, so we're going to look at the immediate short-term time frame, 30-minute. Okay, so the 30-minute is suggesting for the new viewers, the pink line is the 14-day simple moving average. The purple line is the RSI signal itself, okay? We can see a continuation to the downside, but very, very slightly. As you can see, we're actually using it as a form of support. Okay, so immediate short-term downside right into the 14-day moving average, followed by a continuation to the upside. Okay, still looking bullish in the 30-minute bi-hourly, suggesting a small retracement as well. This is not very convincing though. Please take a look at the prior pivot here. As you can see, it actually corrected right away. Very similar here. In fact, the pivot is less aggressive than this one even so. Okay, so we are definitely within the overbought percentile and still with plenty of room to go up to the upside, as you can see just by this one iteration here that was on October 2022, and that has a 91 read. Okay, 91% read. Still suggesting more upside, and we definitely have a lot more space to go. Okay, so now the 6-hour time frame is suggesting a little bit of sideways trading, but please know, I always speak about this, you guys, but please know the position of which of where the RSI is sitting in particular. In this case, you can see that the RSI is still very much in the strength zone of the bulls. Okay, so this is the bull strength percentile, still suggesting a little bit of a sideways trading. We can get the hint from the RSI, from the 14-day simple moving average suggesting that upside. Okay, so Andrew B says, so you think it can pull back to let's see, we're gonna look at that level just right now. Okay, you guys, so we're going to see where it can pull back to. We're going to load up some shorter term time frames in the candle analysis in the candle structure and see where that can go. The last time frame that I want to focus on, you guys, is the one that I'm actually giving weight to. Okay, we do have a little bit of a slight pullback in the earlier time frames, but as you can see, the daily time frame is suggesting upside. Now going into the bear weakness percentile, moving average is now starting to pivot towards the upside. This is a very good thing. Look at the buy daily, it's upside suggestion. 3-day is still upside. 5-day still upside. This is going to be a multi-day upside for GTII. So let's go ahead and find out where it can go. Okay, so now let's see what we got. We're going to load up GTII, maybe the Crypstex indicators. Okay, and let's take a look at that immediate short term. Okay, so the Crypstex indicators are suggesting so much bullish action here, you guys. So we do have the 13-day moving average, the exponential moving average, located at, let's see, at about 85 cents. I'm not saying that we're going to go back to 85 cents. I am just saying that we do have a potential lower support here before a continuation onto the upside. So let's go ahead and load up a few of these indicators. Okay, so the enhanced MACD right down here, you guys, another one that's part of the ARC-Series indicators is suggesting a continuation to the upside with a fresh bull print on, let's see, December 16th. We actually got a bull print from the DBSI itself on, let's see, it was way more aggressive on December 7th. Okay, you guys, so actually the enhanced MACD was a little closer in catching the bottom for before our reversal here. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and pull up some fibs and see what we can do as far as a target. Okay, and I'm talking about a quick retracement here, likely to happen very fast in the pre-market, maybe even the early pre-market. Okay, you guys, so there is also the potential to where we might miss it. If we do miss it, careful with the entries, but I'm going to try to give you a few of them over here. Okay, so how we do that is actually we take a Fibonacci level from the swing low of the day, which was Friday, right? And then we take it to the swing high of that same day. Okay, so we can see that I'm gonna draw some boxes here for you, Andrew. Okay, the 1.618 at 80 cents does have confluence with the 13-day exponential moving average located at 84 cents. Okay, that is gonna be one of the potential support areas that you can look for potential entry. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. Please do your own DD. Take this information as only entertainment. I expect you to laugh when I say this, not take entry. Anyway, you guys, so chat, if I'm not looking at you right now, I'll make sure to catch up to you as soon as I can, okay? But for now, the moderators are just going to have to say hello to you for now. Okay, you guys, so the 1.618 between, okay, and I made a quick adjustment. It's actually 85 cents to about 80 cents for the lower target, okay? If we're going to see a very short-lived, if we can see a short-lived, this would be honestly my first type of entry situation. It would be at the not 618 at $1.05, and it would be literally the golden pocket. Okay, the golden pocket is a very important area for accumulation. Okay, so you're looking at 105 to about $1.11. So that is between the not 382 fib ratio and the not 618. That area in between is a very important area to continue to the upside from. Okay, so if we do face a retracement, very likely we can see it within this area here. So know that you have in between this area, you have the 105, you have the 108 and 111 zones, okay? So this can be very likely for us to touch. Sometimes when this happens, the retracement will actually use the knot 382 before a continuation onto the upside. No, Andrew, that I don't know exactly where it can go within this area, but I know that it can go in this area, okay? There's also the potential that we can actually just wick down slightly short of the knot 786 at 101, but it's not a guarantee, okay? As we do know that in bear markets, these wicks to the downside are very, very particular to recessionary periods or bear markets, okay? Definitely take that for your notes, you guys. Very important things to notice, okay, before catching entry with things at too high of a level. Because as you can see, DBSI is still suggesting a massive upside. We're looking 89% bulls, 11% bears per the ARC-Series indicators, okay, you guys? I think this is a pretty good place for accumulation, Andrew. If I haven't answered your question correctly, please let me know in the chat. But I think that this is pretty good for GTII thus far. And that overall continuation take profit target, you guys, is the statistical target of 3,000% to the upside to $18.48. That is not likely to happen in one day. As the suggestions are, or the statistics are actually suggesting a potential 32.25 days per the back test that we did of volatility versus momentum. Remember that the average duration is here, okay? And we are looking at, let's see, per the firing of the signal, we are looking at, let's see, 3-6. We're only just a few days in, okay? Of the average 32.25 days. Not a problem, Andrew. I'm happy that I was able to answer that question good enough for you, my good sir. Let's go ahead and move on to the next ticker, as we do have some to continue, okay, you guys? So, I'm sorry, Mr. J, did you end up asking me for a ticker? And I forgot if you actually said for me to look at one. I want to make sure that you did ask for one or didn't, okay? Because I want to honor your very, very kind donation, okay? So I'm actually just looking back in the chat, and I'm sorry if you already did answer that and I did reply to that. I don't mean to be so repetitive. I just want to make sure that I am honoring your request, okay? Oh, I do remember you're saying you were good, okay? The AMC prediction shook me. You've been very accurate. Thank you, Mr. J. I actually just finally saw that. Absolutely, my friend. You're very welcome. So yeah, definitely watch out with that AMC thing, because trust me when I say I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that AMC is going down. I'm long on AMC. You know, I'm long term as well. Forced long term. This is definitely not good. Okay, you guys, I don't want to see AMC continuing to go down. I also don't know what's going to happen within the votes. Okay, you guys, who's going to vote no? Who's going to vote yes? Who knows, man? I have no idea what's going on with that. I have some more homework to do. So with that said, Mr. J, I am going to go ahead and continue on and take a look at Ed Prinson's request, which is EVGN. What's up, you guys? Who is in EVGN? If you are stepping into the chat for the first time, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button so that we can get more people in this chat. We're gonna look at EVGN next, you guys. So let's go ahead and just close out some of these GTII these charts right here so that we can make some space for that new one. I think I had a load for EVGN, right? Let's just go ahead and take a look at that. Lion Trades says he is voting no. Okay, so actually I do know that the Ape Father is also saying that it would be ridiculous for you to say yes, as you can potentially be losing 90% of your shares. Is that even true? Guys, you know that I don't follow fundamental analysis. Please let me know what that means. Are we losing 90% of our shares if we say yes for the reverse split on AMC? What is happening? Is the ape dividend going to go away? Tyler Durden, I actually just finished covering GTII. I do believe that thing to hit $18 statistically speaking. Okay, you guys, so $5 is definitely a little bit of a stop along the way. The $5 zone is particular to one of the higher zones that I actually was able to tell some of those people actually the holders, I actually started calling a bearish drive of divergence literally at $5, and we were able to catch that downside. Okay, please know that I did cover it just literally about 5 minutes ago. Okay, but yes, I do expect some upside coming in. There is going to be a tiny retracement in the beginning of the day tomorrow, but I expect it to continue on to the upside. Definitely not the same as CRTD. Okay, you guys, make sure to not trade GTII like you do CRTD. All right, so I don't have a save for EVGN, but that's okay. We can go ahead and find out. So Mark Dahlberg says 10-to-1 reverse split effectively takes away 90% of your shares. Voting no for that and yes to the conversion because, oh, okay, I see. Because I want Ape to squeeze to the moon. Ape is doing pretty good right now, Mark. I do like the movement on it. Mr. J, no, it's supposed to be a lateral move. Okay. But the shorts will double. Wow. I actually, Mr. J, I see that as a huge potential. So Lion of All Trades says, yeah, there are people for months and months loading up on AMC even more than a year since the whole debacle. Okay, so it would be devastating to see this reverse split to reduce such positions to a tiny one. So, so it's 10-to-1. It's not 1-to-10. So we're looking, so this is, are you guys sure it's a reverse? It's not a reverse split, right? Are we talking about a stock split? I'm not sure exactly what's happening with this. Okay, so Beso Amy says DRA or drama, right? Yeah, definitely drama. Hawkeye, what's up, man? Thank you. He says, yep, okay, thank you so much. So it is a reverse stock split. We're looking at 1-to-10 ratio. Okay, so wow, there can be some serious implications to that, you guys. I know that there's going to be a lot of fear. So if you have 1,000 shares, Mark says that it's going to be a reverse split. If you have 1,000 shares, for example, you're going to have 100 shares after that. Okay, that doesn't mean that they're going to be worth less. They're just going to be worth the same amount of money with the lesser amount. Okay, so you're just going to have lesser shares worth the same amount of money, but potentially could sell off because reverse splits are never a good thing. Okay, the only ticker that I've known thus far who has seen some upside is COSM. Looking at that upside for right after that reverse split, it was incredible. So EVGN is something that we got to load up right now. I appreciate you guys stopping by once again. Please make sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so already, you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and prepare this EVGN asset so that we can get this on the road. Okay, you guys. Let's see here. So let me load up my notes once again. I just want to make sure that we are on the roll. Lion of All Trades says, and then the share price times 10. So 4 spot 40 times 10 equals $44 if the split happened tomorrow. Okay, do we know or do we have a date for AMC's split? Is that something coming up? We can actually see just real quick right here just to see if there is a split. I don't see a split noted on TradingView just yet, but the earnings is going to be coming on March 2nd. Okay, so let's see what we have. Unnamed. So EVGN, we're going to load that up here. Lots of weird things happening within the AMC asset, you guys. Whew. Mr. J, you voting yes? You voting no? What are you voting? Let's see. Okay, so we're going to load up EVGN on the daily chart first. Let's click on logarithmic chart, and we're going to see what we have. Okay, so the voting still hasn't happened, or is that something that's going to be happening soon? Because I know that there's a lot of people who are very curious about that. Okay, so there's something happening here within EVGN. Let's go ahead and load up a few things here because I am seeing an immediate short-term formation already. I already see the psychological component applied. Wow. Okay. The vote is 90 days after, Eduardo says. Okay. Wow. All right, you guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at EVGN, you guys. If you know that I usually start the analysis with the daily, right? So depending on how long the asset's been trading, so you can actually see that we're taking a look at a potential a falling wedge right here, you guys. Very, very typical pattern, a pattern of which many people tend to follow, but doesn't always come into fruition, right? So those are patterns that we have to watch out for, you guys, as they don't have the biggest or the best hit rate. Okay, so they're very speculative. They are only based on psychological components. Okay, so let's go ahead and take some notes here regarding this ticker. Okay, so I can see that there is a few ways to take a look at this this analysis. Let me see if we can actually take it from down here, as I really doubt it. Let's see. Actually, it is pretty okay. All right, so very good thing here, you guys, that you should notice is that the falling wedge has realized to the upside, and it's usually to the upside, okay? And also it did break out at about 70% to the apex, which is usually something that we talk about. Now, the next thing that we have to do is take a trend line from the top of the triangle to the lower end of the triangle to see if we can actually make that move to the upside. So per the breakout, we actually yes, this is the candle closing above it. So as you can see that we've already touched that implied target based on the falling wedge traditional trade rules. Okay, so this was actually a very scary type of wedge, because usually we need the volume profile to start kind of a descent here, and you can see that the volume was very much sporadic and random. So this could have been a gamble shot for anybody. I'm happy that you didn't go in. I'm sorry that if you did at this point, okay, because there could be a potential continuation to the downside, of which we're now gonna verify. Okay, please notice that the volume profile on the daily chart in particular, we're already looking at some lesser volume count. Okay, so the volume tick is coming down a bit, is what I'm trying to say. So we do have to watch out for buy pressure in this case. Okay, you guys. So now let's take a look at a larger perspective here, using probably the RSI. So we're going to load up a momentum-based indicator, relative strength index. Okay, you guys. So it is looking like it's suggesting a continuation to the upside in the daily. Okay, now another thing that we should look out for is a potential, let's see, divergences. So we want to look for divergences just in case there is something in play. Okay, so, and I am definitely going to look at from these pivots down here. So I think we may have some phantom drives of bullish divergence starting from this candle on August 23rd. Okay, so we're going to take a trend line from this area here to the wick low of the candle of 1222. Okay, so we're going to color it white now, and you are going to see that there are some things in play thus far. Okay, so this is one drive of hidden bullish, a phantom hidden bullish divergence in this case. Okay, so phantom, why? Because we're actually making the RSI having to travel from point A to point B through price action. Okay, that makes it phantom. All right, you guys, so now let's go ahead and take the pivot from, let's see if it's even valid. Okay, because it looks like actually maybe no, that is an invalid bullish drive of divergence. Let's make sure that we can continue our analysis here, as there are a few other potentials. Okay, you guys, what we're looking for in particular is the lower high from the the lower highs from the price action and the higher lows from the momentum. Okay, in this case, a very, very slight bullish drive of divergence here, and now I can actually correct it now. Okay, so let's go ahead and match it up to this very candle here. Okay, so as you can see that this is making a lower high, and in the momentum, if I zoom in very carefully, you can actually see that we are making a higher low. Okay, so in this case, there you go. So you can see the pivot straight up to the upside, looking very good. Actually, we can correct this to that pivot right there if you want to be very, very meticulous, right? But yes, there is a very slight drive of phantom hidden bullish divergence there, and there could actually potentially be more at play. But that bullish drive of divergence is now in play, so there could be a continuation to the upside. Let's look at some immediate short-term time frames, you guys. So we're going to look at the, actually, you know what? Let's start it off from the very beginning. Let's do, and we can't even see the candles. Let's go ahead and load up. Guys, when you see these candles like this, where you can't tell what's happening, load up Heikin-Ashi candles And that can actually give you a better perspective, you see? So now the 30-minute time frame is actually filled in. We can actually gauge a potential direction for that. Okay, so now don't mind the wedge in this time frame because the wedge is not being traded in this time frame. We were looking at it on the daily, okay? And as you can see, the breakout is still relevant. So now let's go ahead and open up that 30-minute RSI. You can see that the RSI is suggesting a continuation to the downside immediately, though. This is going to be likely figured out within the early session. We're going to figure out what targets we can hit as well. Bi-hourly suggesting downside. This is still in accordance of what I was mentioning, you guys. We're still looking at that downside coming in for EVGN. We still have downside coming in for 6 hour as well. We do have the support from the 14-day moving average. Very good. But the thing is the placement. Again, guys, remember the placement of which you're in within the RSI. So if you're looking at the bull weakness percentile, as you get closer to the bottom of the weakness percentile, you can then start looking at a gravitational pull into the prior zone. Okay, we have to be very careful with these types of things. Downside coming in for EVGN. Okay, a 12-hour time frame suggesting downside as well. You can see that the moving average is being used as support. There's no reason why we couldn't capitulate down here and continue on to the upside. Okay, it looks like there is a type of, we have to still confirm this later, but there is a type of linear regression happening here as well. Okay, so now let's look at the, we already saw the daily, so let me look at the bi-daily now and see what's going on. Bi-daily suggesting a slight downside continuation, but now it is in that gravitational zone of the bear weakness percentile, so we can likely be gravitated right back into the prior zone and finding support eventually from the 14-day moving average. This is the bi-daily. It would actually take days for us to get there. Okay, the 3-day time frame is suggesting upside. 5-day time frame is also suggesting a slight upside, however, in the border between bear strength and bear weakness. Okay, the entry into the bear weakness is likely, and you can see the pivot is starting to change. So yeah, there is going to be a corrective move. Okay, so we're looking at downside for EVGN in the immediate short-term time frame. Let's go ahead and load up the bi-hourly and see just where we can actually go down to. Okay, so now we're going to use some moving averages and a Fibonacci retracement tool to gauge that potential downside. Okay, so 4-hour time frame, maybe the bi-hourly. Okay, so in this case, we stopped in the 4-hour time frame right at the SMA 10. Okay, when this happens, the likelihood of us continuing to the downside is greater. We can actually see a test of let's see, 68.25 in the immediate short term, which can be located at the 50-day simple moving average. Let's look at the daily one more time and see what we have. Okay, so the daily actually already used the 50 and the 10-day simple moving average as a form of support, but there could be a continuation down before that recovery. Okay, so in particular to the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to give you a range here. Okay, first before we load up the Fibonacci levels. So let's see. So we're going to give you a range of about 68.28 to the support line of the wedge itself in the 4-hour, particular to the 4-hour, okay, of about 60, let's call it 65, okay, just to be safe. 65 cents to about 68 cents could be a likely area for loading. Now let's go ahead and take an inverse fib on the daily and see what we have, since we do see some downside coming in. Take your Fibonacci ratio tool and take it from the swing low of the day candle to the swing high of that daily candle as well. Okay, so now you can actually see that the 1.272 at 67.18 shares confluence with what we're looking at here in the 4-hour chart, particular to the 50-day simple moving average. Okay, the likelihood of touching the 1.618 is great as well. So now we have a secondary area of support expected between 64.80. We already said 65 cents, so this is your 65 right here. Okay, 65 cents to the 1.618 is going to be your secondary zone. 67 to 65. Okay, now from there the downside may continue, but I would honestly think that this is the area for a bounce before we can continue. Okay, flash wick to the 62-cent zone before a continuation and recovery right away. I hope I did answer the questions for EVGN correctly, you guys. We are moving along pretty nicely, so let's go ahead and continue on with our analysis. Chat, I know I have been a little on the I've been a little MIA here from you guys, so let's go ahead and catch up with some of these comments that are coming in, right? So let's see. Chat, what are you saying to me? What are you saying to me? Adam holds a special place in my heart, Matt says. Adam Aaron. Oh my goodness, that guy does hold a special place in my heart as well. Oh my goodness. Quadwo team, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for stopping by. He says, please review VKTX, ACER, and ADCT. I'm going to put them on the list right down here, my buddy, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to get through all of them, okay? But they will be right down here just in case, as I want to take care of the people who have made kind donations to the Arca Bulls household. Okay, you guys, I really do appreciate that, you guys. Thank you so much for joining here on the chat tonight. We need to get that edge for tomorrow, right? Okay, you guys, so please make sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Okay, you guys, thank you. So Ed Princeton says, thanks, Arca. I am planning to exit very soon and reinvest into something else. Sometimes cutting our losses is the best thing that we can do, Ed. I appreciate you asking me for the opinion, and I definitely appreciate you taking the opinion into consideration. But please remember always, you guys, I am not a financial advisor, okay, you guys? I am just here in my studio sharing an opinion with like-minded individuals such as yourselves, in hopes that we can all learn from each other together. Okay, you guys, this is definitely a very good thing when we have companionship like this. Okay, you guys. So let's go ahead and move on to the next ticker. So I actually forgot who was the one who asked me for ticker symbol KAL. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and load it now, as I do believe it's actually one of the donations, right? So let's just go ahead and refer back to the. Man, I can't actually go any higher. Can I go any higher? Guys, what's going on? All right. So, yeah, okay. Nonetheless, let me just go ahead and pick up on ticker KAL. What's up with KAL, you guys? Is that something speculative? Is anybody trapped in KAL? So KAL, Calera Public Limited Company. Okay, so yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be that real quick. Okay, Beso Amy, Arca's crystal charts. My goodness, all I ever wanted to do was just share threads of analyses with other like-minded analysts, right? But you guys came in and validated that for me. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, Blake. I'm so sorry to hear. Your bag holding on Cal. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Okay, I know we got. Okay, so there was a split. This was on December 23, a 1-to-100 split. Holy goodness. Okay, so there could be, there's a lot of FUD within this, you guys. Okay, so usually when we do get this capitulation candle to the downside like this, that recovery is usually fast and usually can present a bullish outlook, but reverse splits are never good. Okay, you guys, so this can serve as a spring, okay, but the spring is not the only validator to an upside that we need. As you can see, we actually used a 10-day simple moving average as resistance right over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up some momentum and see what we have. Another thing that we can look at is the position of the current closure. Let's look at the 12-hour so we can see aftermarket closure. Does it even have aftermarket trading? Because I'm not too sure what's going on. So it did. It actually continued massively to the upside. If you're bag holding, where are you bag holding from? Because this actually rocket shipped. And so literally what I was saying, within this, I couldn't see the aftermarket activity. But yeah, usually when you have these types of wicks, it is that spring, and it definitely used a spring into the aftermarket and literally went all the way up there to $8.17. Interesting. Very cool. From 7 cents, oh my goodness, 9 cents, all the way up there. Who is in making all this money, you guys? Oh, Blake says he's a bag holding COSM. Got you. I'm sorry, bro. I thought we were talking about KAL, but KAL is actually in the process of printing a bullish hammer here. I'm sorry, and that hammer, you remember, could sometimes turn into an evening star doji, which presents a downside continuation. We have to be very careful with what's happening here. Let's look at the time frames. Okay, so now we're putting a shooting star in the 8 hour. That usually presents a downside. Okay, let's look at the 6 hour shooting star as well. Bi-hourly shooting star as well. Okay, so if we're looking at immediate short term, let's see. I would consider the bi-hourly for the immediate short term. Why? Because we do have a relevant support, first of all, at the 10-day simple moving average located at about $4.11 right over here, okay? So if we're looking at the bi-hourly, let's take an inverse Fibonacci ratio to see if we have anything within with confluence. And of course we do. We have the 2-spot 618 located at $4.09. So this is likely an area for us to actually come back and potentially continue on to the upside. I guess there were a lot of short positions in this. So it looks like shorts may be covering within this for now. Okay, so this could present a bullish outlook overall, but I can see an immediate short-term pullback, but the pullback is probably not long. It's not going to be lived for too long. I'm going to give you a range though, okay? So whoever's looking at ticker symbol KAL, I'm going to give you a range to look at. Let me just adjust here, just a sec. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Right about there. Or, I'm sorry, I went a little beyond it. Damn it. Okay, I think that's a little closer. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to give you the range between the 2-spot 272 at 491 and 409. That can be a pretty likely area for loading. Okay, so I'm talking about best case scenario. If this thing is going to continue to rocket ship to the upside, we do have a relevant support also located at the 1-spot 618. Also can expect a short-term bounce from there. Okay, so these are the areas that you want to look out for in the immediate short term. So you're looking at $6.46. If this fails, we can look at a continuation to the downside, particularly to the 2-fib. Oh, the 2-fib is... the 2-fib has confluence with this candle here, the candle wick low. Okay, so that gives us a secondary range. So we're going to create a box here for you as well, okay? So the 2-fib and that candle do share confluence. So we do have two support ranges here and can potentially be some demand zones before a continuation onto the upside. If we do recover from the 1-spot 618, it would likely be at 646 and it wouldn't go down here, okay? But it depends on that downside pressure. It depends on the volatility towards the downside live. Okay, so hold on, guys. Let me open up this window a little bit more. It's super hot. Wow. All right. Now, in case somebody wants to yell at Arca from the outside, they can, and you guys are gonna be able to hear it. SP0, what's up, man? Good to see you in here. George T, thank you so much for stopping by. Leroy, happy you made it this time, my brother. Thank you so much. Oh, Andrew, I wanted to tell you one more thing, my bro. I know that you sent me some DMs. I see them sometimes coming in, but I'm sorry that I didn't actually read it just yet. But I hope that I did answer all of your questions, and I assume that you'd ask me what you asked me in a DM, right? So, okay, now let's continue on with the analysis here, you guys. So, I think that this is honestly the best place that we can actually find reaccumulation. Let's just make sure one more time with another set of moving averages. Okay, so this is what I was just talking to you right now. This is the 7-day exponential moving average located almost in direct confluence with the 1-spot 618. I literally just said if we're going to face that downside, it's very likely that we can find the 1-spot 618 first before a continuation onto the downside. The 1-spot 618 is backed now by the EMA 7 as well. Okay, so definitely an area that we need to look out for, okay, you guys? So now let's load up some RSIs and see if we can continue that upside suggestion, okay? So particularly looking at, wow, the bi-hourly is suggesting sideways, but we are at historical highs on the overbought level, literally almost 100%. I don't see that very often. Okay, so the upside suggestion is very, very slight, okay, which means that there is a potential downside suggestion in the immediate short term. Let's look at the 30-minute. Let's see if it suggests. Okay, so just like I said, we are looking at that downside for the immediate short term, very likely to touch within that 1-spot 618. 618. Okay, you guys, we have moved below the moving average, which is usually a bearish thing. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move up the scale. So let's look at the 4 hour. We have some sideways suggestion. Let's look at the 8 hour. Let's jump up a little more exponentially. Okay, sideways trading for the 8 hour. This is the bias really sucks. Okay, so this is now the weight that we're gonna have to apply. So let's look at the daily. Oh man, no, don't tell me that. That's very confusing for everybody. How is the buy daily has an okay. Now notice this, okay, you guys, please notice that the aftermarket can only be seen starting from the 12 hour and below. Okay, so TradingView is not going to give you the aftermarket activity until beyond the 12 hour. So as you can see, the daily is suggesting a downside. That downside was suggested per the market close of Friday. Okay, now the RSI has since changed its direction and is now facing straight up in the 12 hour, which likely means that the daily is going to reflect this at market open Tuesday, tomorrow. Okay, so this is the one that I'm giving some weight to. Please also notice that we are at 98.90%. Okay, so this can relieve a little bit. Okay, we can relieve a little bit because the higher we go, the more likely that downside is to happen. Okay, so but still the 12 hour is suggesting a continuation onto the upside. This is just an averaged indicator. This can actually overbuy all the way infinity if it so calls it to be. Okay, so know that that is a possibility. Okay, we are still suggesting upside in the 12 hour, but the immediate or the shorter term time frames are a little bit indecisive. Okay, so we are looking at immediate short term 30 minutes to 1 hour downside. So I would suggest, as not a financial advisor, again, as just an entertainer, to find some type of accumulation based on the buy hourly chart, actually, between the 1.618 and the 2 fib. Okay, 556 and 646, more than likely 646 or just shy of it. Sometimes when I do give targets like this, you guys, that target is actually met just shy of it. And the way you can validate that is actually in the hourly, where you can see that the exponential moving average 7-day period is at $7.24. So this could be a likely area that it can find that little just shy of the 1.618 before continuing on to the upside. Okay, so you do have I can actually just give you those 3 areas of support. Okay, let's go ahead and just make it like this here, and now you know. Okay, 720, you have 646, 556, 491, and 409. Best case scenarios would be what is it right here? The 7-day moving average, 720 to 646 would be the higher likelihood. Okay, I hope I answered the questions correctly for ticker symbol KAL. I actually forgot who. I can't even go all the way back to the chat. I can't even see because there are so many comments coming in. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't done so already, guys, please make sure to hit that like button, as it will help to get some more people in the chat. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up the notes and see what else we have. I know I haven't been keeping up with the chat as much, but that's just because we need to get through a few of these tickers. Okay, you guys, as the donations did come in very kindly of you guys. Thank you so much. Sebastian, so we're going to be looking at what? We're going to be looking at HLBZ and OP. Okay, so let's see what we have. I think I have loads for HLBZ. Let's see. HLBZ. So let's look at the edit number 1 first. Okay, what is happening with HLBZ? Okay, my goodness, we have one. This is 2 and 3. Okay, so the triangle. This is a complex breakout. Okay, so we have been looking at this for some time, and we're still riding that falling wedge, but the falling wedge is only recently starting to make the actual profile that we need for volume. Okay, so meaning that the falling wedge may have adjusted to being just this portion here. It's not bad. It's just that it changes the play just a little bit. Okay, so buy pressure is starting to come in a little bit after a few days. After a few days of capitulation, actually. So we did continue on to the downside. We came back to test the falling wedge at the bottom. Okay, and now Now let's see, the relevant targets we do have is the 2-spot 618 at 1357, very likely to touch that area. Okay, let's load up in RSI and see what we have. Buy daily suggesting downside here, okay? So let's go ahead and open up more immediate short term and see what we have. Immediate downside coming in, nosedive on the 30-minute. We are now surpassing the deep areas of the bear strength percentile, okay? We are now diving into bear strength on the 30-minute. Hourly should be the same. It's now crossing into the bear strength percentile. You can see that we're using the moving average as a form of resistance and a guide towards the downside. Be very careful with what's happening in the immediate short term, okay? Buy hourly suggesting downside as well. 4 hour suggesting downside, potential bounce from the moving average, but also notice the position. Always notice the position of where your RSI is sitting, okay? We are sitting particularly at the junction between bear weakness and bear strength. Usually when we're coming from the opposing zone down to this area, the continuation to the downside based on a gravitational pull is very likely. Okay, so we can continue on to the downside here, failing that 14-day moving average from the RSI and reaching those levels that I already spoke about on the 2-spot 618, of which we're going to continue validating. Okay, let's look at the 8-hour, and the 8-hour RSI is suggesting a little bit of sideways trading. However, again, the position is very important. We're very much in the deep areas of the bear weakness percentile, suggesting a continuation onto the downside. Okay, so this can be gravitationally pulled right into that following zone. Okay, so this is it's very dangerous when we're in this area. Think of it as a magnetic zone. Okay, we can literally be magnetized right into here. This is a very dangerous area to be within. Okay, now if you're looking at inversely, if you were coming up towards this area, if we're starting to reach this magnetic zone or a gravitational pull, we can literally be pulled right into it, because sentiment and psychology suggest that. Okay, so this is usually how the price action moves alongside momentum. Okay, you guys, so there is some physics applied into this. It's okay. Like, I know that this can be a little confusing, but it's all good. Okay, so let's continue on to the higher term time frame. Let's look at the 12-hour RSI. As you can see, the 12-hour RSI is suggesting a massive nosedive, suggesting now actually a continuation into the bear strength percentile. We're right in the grips of it. We have recently made a bearish cross below the 14-day simple moving average, and downside is likely and suggesting a continuation of it. Okay, daily suggesting downside, buy daily suggesting downside. Wow. Okay, you guys. So I am looking at a multi-day continuation of the downside, particular to HLBZ. And now, since I do have the suggestions from momentum, I can actually be able to give you some lower targets, particularly to the 4-spot 618 located at about 64 cents in the coming days. I'm talking about a week maybe. Okay, so if we're going to face a bounce from that area, we can actually take a little bit more of a closer metric. Let's go ahead and open up the daily time frame and take a Fibonacci retracement particular to the price action, actually the 12-hour, particular to the time frame and price action that we faced at the close of the after hours trading on Friday. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it from, let's see, the 22nd. So this is going to be the 23rd right here. So yeah, let's take the 12-hour swing low to the 12-hour swing high and see what we have. Okay, well, first of all, I can already see the 2-spot 618 located at 13 cents, 1304. Okay, so now I want to go ahead and gauge a bigger time frame. So let's take it from the swing high of the overall range to the closure of the after hours market. Okay, so in this case, if we were going to continue to a massive downside, we have the 1-spot 618 as an area for reaccumulation at about 1258, but definitely be careful with this, because if we do fail the 1-spot 618, these would be my targets for you. It would be at the 2 fib located at 10.99, just about 11 cents, and the 2-spot 272. This is very likely the area to where we can find a bounce from. Okay, possible wick down to 843 before a recovery. Okay, but when we're in these deep areas, when we're getting close to this 2-spot 618, the likelihood of touching that bottom side of the channel is also a potential wick. Okay, so we can look at the lowest target and I'm not seeing this as likely at first in the immediate short term, but the lowest target could be 743. Okay, so in the event of, I'm talking about short-term events, I can see a bounce happening, a short-term bounce from the 1 spot 618 to 1257, okay, using the 1 spot 272 or our current lows as a form of resistance before continuing on to this support zone that I'm talking to you about. Okay, so very, very dangerous things happening for HLBZ. Be very careful, okay, you guys. This is kind of a macro scale formation that we're in, the descending channel, but it is going to take days and days and days for us to reaccumulate, or for us to literally recover from. Okay, so I hope I did answer those questions correctly for HLBZ. I know that you're asking me for, Sebastian actually in particular, you're asking me for ticker symbol OP. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at ticker symbol OP. Mr. J, buenas noches, mi amigo. Feliz Navidad y Año Nuevo. Yes, that's right, my brother. He wishes us a good night, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Definitely be safe, my brother. Thank you so much for your donations. I really appreciate you. Have a good night, and we will chat soon, okay? So now let's go ahead and open up ticker symbol OP for Sebastian. What do we have? Chat, how you doing? Matt says, I love to say how stock's performance doesn't have much to do with how the actual company performs, that the market does what the market does to a stock, not Tesla. Elon affects that one big time. Yes, Matt, this is something that I continue to implement onto people's minds, that they don't understand that a lot of the times the short-term and medium-term time frames, I'm talking about fundamental catalysts, usually don't play so much price into the don't play into the price action for those short-term and medium-term time frames. Okay, this is why we look at data, you guys. This is why we backtest things. This is why we're able to see things before they happen. It's based on behavior. It's based on psychological events. So you can see the company struggling from way before. And this is why eventually they ended up releasing the news that they got to do a reverse split or something. We can see the weakness of the companies in particular through data. And we look at it from days before. You know, this is similar to what was happening for GTII. Okay, you guys, we were able to see those things with time. So definitely explore the possibilities of data, as it does give you potential information, but it doesn't give you the reason why. Okay, it just gives you the potentials by numbers. Numbers don't lie. Okay, you guys, people lie, not numbers. Oh my goodness. Matt says, like all the people expecting AMC to go up when a particular movie comes out. Very, very, very little price action goes into that. And that actually we can see that if it's not a significant release of a film, then it won't go up. So we're talking about, like, say for example, what could be like the all-time like biggest movie ever? Okay, so I'm not even sure. Like maybe The Matrix. I think when that came out, the newest Matrix came out, I think it did move price action just a little bit. But aside from that, you guys, it's primarily the markets. You know, the broader market space is bearish. We're selling off. There's weakness in the markets. There's things to look into that. Okay, you guys. So as long as we're in a bear market or a recessionary period, then yeah, Top Gun Mavericks came out. DeMarcus, thank you so much. Top Gun Maverick came out, and that actually did move the price action. But if we don't have significant things like that all the time, I mean, obviously we're not. That's usually when we're gonna face some downside. Okay, you guys, but we shouldn't combine macro perspective or macro price action with micro price action. I'm talking about immediate short term. So if you want the price to go up within the next week or 2 weeks, maybe even a month, don't do the fundamental analysis. Do the data analysis, and you'll be able to catch those upsides a little more. If you do practice fundamental analysis, it is best to practice it for long term. Okay, know the company that you're in. Absolutely, always know the company that you're in. Study the company. Know the movements, the ins and outs of the the gears have have to be into your recollection. I understand that, okay? Just know that there are so many different ways to look at the market, okay? You guys, be as creative as you can be, because the imagination is what gets you to be a profitable trader, okay, you guys? So let's go ahead and continue on with this list, as Sebastian asked us to take a look at ticker symbol OP, and I do believe I actually have a load for that. So let's go ahead and type in OP on the loads right here, and let's see. Yes and no. So I didn't save it, but let's see what we have, because I'm not even sure what happened the last time I looked at this. I'm not sure if the oh, okay, so it actually looks like I was telling you guys that there could be a potential upside based on okay, yeah, based on some hidden bullish drives of bullish divergence, actually. So, but we did get some type of an upside, but it looks like we're using that descending channel, now converting it into a resistance. This is very dangerous here, you guys. OP could potentially be facing a continuation to the downside. Okay, so now momentum is suggesting a short upside continuation, particular to the 12-hour here, but know that we do have the 14-day moving average. We have the 14-day moving average right above us right here, so we can actually use that as a form of resistance and a guide to the continuation for the downside. Okay, so now another thing, I keep on reminding everybody to know your position within the RSI. Okay, so how you know that position is, again, through these like this. I drew this diagram for you. Okay, so we're sitting right in the very deep areas of the bear strength percentile that can actually present a downside continuation here. Okay, you guys, be very careful with this, as this is likely to face a resistance from the 14-day and continue on to the downside. Let's look at the daily momentum and see what we got. Yeah, just like this, you guys. So we are looking at possible resistance from the moving average on the daily here, so we can actually face some downside. Now, particular to the daily here, to its respect, we are right at the very, very weakness percentile. I'm sorry, the shallow areas of the oversold percentile, so we can actually be gravitationally pulled right into here, okay? Right into that bear strength percentile. So as long as we do remain within this area, we can only suggest sideways trading, okay? We gotta break out. We got to break out of these areas, okay? We can't be in the deep area of the bear strength or the shallow area of the oversold percentile, okay? We can't stay here, or else we're just going to be looking at very, very much boring sideways price action. So now the buy daily is suggesting a continuation onto the upside, which makes me curious about the immediate short term. So let's go ahead and load up the 30-minute, as the 30-minute is actually showing us some signs of bullishness and now has used the 14-day moving average as a support. Okay, so now it is now getting a little higher into the bear weakness percentile. So as soon as we do reach that little bit of a shallow area within the bear weakness, we can be pulled right into the bull weakness percentile. Okay, you guys, things are looking good for the immediate short term. Let's look at the hourly. Okay, hourly suggesting some sideways trading, literally right smack in the middle of the bear weakness percentile. Okay, you guys, this is definitely not a good area for us to look at. Okay, so now the buy hourly is suggesting an upside continuation. The moving average is now starting to suggest the same as well, and we are trying to move. We actually just moved right outside of the deep areas of the bear weakness percentile, suggesting a continuation onto the upside. Let's look at the 6 hour and see what it's got to say for us. 6 hour is suggesting downside. Guys, all of this up and down that all of these RSIs are suggesting is, look at this, 8 hour suggesting massive upside, but then when you look at the 12 hour, it's suggesting like a little bit of sideways. And then the daily, what has it got again? Oh my goodness, a 6 hour downside. My goodness. Okay, when you have down and up like this, that's suggesting some sideways trading. Okay, the range is going to be very limited within the asset for the time being. But if we're going to be facing some type of downside, I can already, let's load up the 12 hour. I can already see that the potential of touching the wick low or current lows at about $1.22 before a recovery right back into the channel's resistance at about 148 and continuing on with this movement here. Okay, so now let's just look at the price action on a 6 hour, and this is literally what we're looking at here. We can potentially find this range until something gets solidified. What is happening with OP? I'm not sure what is happening. There's a lot of indecision within this. Okay, another bearish thing to notice is that when we start printing large wicks to the upside like this, the downside is very likely. Okay, you guys, so I can already see some slight downside not quite as bullish, but very much sideways. And this is literally what I've been calling for COSM, and that's what's been happening. So this is very similar to COSM. Okay, you guys, definitely some sideways trading, slightly bullish. I'm sorry, slightly bearish. I'm sorry, mostly bearish, slightly bullish. Okay, so yeah, sideways trading happening right here. Definitely watch out for that target at 122 for reaccumulation if you believe in the play. But honestly, I would maybe suggest to take profits whenever you can. This is not giving us too much information, you guys. Definitely be careful with OP. That is it for Sebastian, and thank you so much for your donation, my friend. I really do appreciate you asking me for the ticker. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So Blink asked for APRN, and now I do remember that our moderator Cal actually did ask us for TMC. So let's go ahead and, I'm sorry, just a sec, Blink. I'm going to go ahead and load up our moderator's request, and we will follow up with yours on APRN. Okay, you guys. So now let's load up ticker symbol TMC. Okay, let's see what we have. Now let's go ahead and just open up a new chart and load it. Let's close OP. We're going to close HLBZ. Everything looking good there. We already did Cal. We already did GTII. Perfect. Okay, so as always, you guys, please remember, look at your higher term time frames first. Okay, don't look at your short-term time frames. You're going to get a lot of grain there. Okay, you don't want that. Okay, you guys, so this is going to be ticker symbol TMC per our moderator. Let's see what we have for TMC. So that's TMC, the metals company, NASDAQ. Perfect. So yeah, let's go ahead and load up the daily time frame. Let's see how long this has been trading. So we've been trading actually from about 2020 June. Okay, so there is a 52-week low already printed, and also an all-time low as well. Lion of all trades, have a good night, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate you, my friend. Take care, take care, take care. Be safe, be well. Make wise choices. Okay, you guys, so I can see that there is, I mean, it's always this pattern within this within these assets. Okay, it's always this falling wedge. Okay, so it's not to say that it's bad. I'm just saying that sometimes you can actually catch certain patterns, you know, and see how the broader markets are reacting based on the positioning of all this stuff. You know, it's very interesting stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can bring an edge to this ticker for our moderator, for our very kind moderator. Okay, so let's just make sure that we're not forcing this the formation. Okay, no, never to force your trend lines. If they fit, they fit. If they don't, they do not. Okay, you guys. So it looks like we could be, oh, I see. Okay, so we could be already in the process of making the descending wedge end. Okay, so in this case, we can definitely remember this, you guys. These falling wedges or triangles, they tend to break out usually when we're at about 70% to the apex. Okay, so it's already, I would say we're at about 65%, 70% already. Okay, please, I mean, notice that I haven't actually drawn the rest of the wedge. Okay, it's just because I don't need to. But yes, we're getting close to that 70%, which usually means that we can face that upside. Mark Roach, have a good night, my brother. Be safe. The daughter just fell asleep. I'm out. Good night, all. Later, Arca. Mark, take care, my brother. Love to see you here. Be well. Okay, so yes, we are facing a potential bounce, which could actually indicate a potential to the, a potential for the upside. Okay, this is looking very good for TMC thus far, but we're going to go ahead and load up some indicators, load up some moving averages, and see what we can do about this ticker for the immediate short term. Okay, so we do have literally every single moving average known to mankind above us. We have to watch out because there are several forms of resistance here. If we want to gauge a projected target for this ticker, we need to actually take a trend line from the very top of the triangle, and we apply it to the very lowest point of that triangle. Let's go ahead and just make sure that it is perfectly vertical, and now we can apply it to the supposed area of a breakout. Okay, so let's just say that we did break out on February 3rd, right? And let's just see if that could be Well, it's because it's 70% or 75%. That's literally the only reason why I'm saying it, okay? So when we apply it to that supposed breakout zone, we can actually see a top target of about $2.11, from which could be a massive gain. We're at $54.99. We're just at about, actually, let's see, does it have aftermarket? Yeah, no. So, I mean, we're at $54.99 right now, okay, you guys? So there is a potential for that move, and there are several areas of resistance and support from that area, particularly this candle here. Let me just zoom in a little bit. This one right over here. You can see with the cursor, the horizontal line is meeting the top of that suggestion very, very closely. Okay, very good thing here, you guys. It's not looking bad. Okay, so let's look at momentum and see if it's suggesting upside for us. In this case, it is suggesting a continuation onto the downside. Do know that this is the daily time frame, and we are below the moving average, so this can actually this can actually continue on to the downside. Let's see the buy daily. Buy daily still suggesting downside. Okay, 3 days still suggesting downside, and the 5 day. Okay, you guys. So this wedge may not be done just yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and load up the immediate short term and see what we have. So the immediate short term is suggesting a continuation onto the upside. It is actually a valid suggestion, and I can expect an immediate short-term upside potential, very short-lived. Look at this. The hourly time frame is suggesting downside. Are we facing that sideways trading thing again? Look at upside on the bi-hourly, upside on the 4 hour, 6 hour suggesting upside as well, and 8 hour suggesting upside. Okay, so we're looking at a limited upside. So this can lead me to believe, let's go ahead and load up the daily once more, and this can literally lead me to believe that we are going to face rejection right at that SMA 10 tomorrow. Let's see, that could be at about 65.93, so 66 cents. Now let's take a Fibonacci ratio, swing high to swing low of the current, of the last day of trading, okay? So let's find some confluent targets right here with our moving averages. Well, of course, we can see the 1.618 literally right at that SMA 10. This is very much a likely area for take profits on day traders, momentum traders. The range that I'm going to give you, Cal, is actually between the 1.272 and the 1.618 of about 65.64 to about 62.53. Okay, you guys? Guys, if you are new to the chat, please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and that way we can bring some more people into the chat, so we can continue on making some good moves over here. Okay, you guys. So yeah, once again, Cal, if you're still listening, my buddy, I am giving you a suggestion. Okay, of a possible. I'm talking about. Best case scenario at the 1.618, 65.64. The range is between the 1.272 and the 1.618. I think that we can actually face some rejection at this area right here. Now, just in case, let's go ahead and do just one more thing before we move on to the next ticker, and that's going to be the 7-day and 30-day exponential moving average. Okay, so in this case, we can see that the 7-day exponential moving average shares confluence, or I'm sorry, shares the 1.272 target. So there's confluence there between the SMA 10 and the EMA 7. So this area here, my good friend, is absolutely what I'm looking at before a retracement tomorrow. Okay, so potentially, I'm talking about tomorrow or potentially Wednesday. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and be safe with that, okay? I don't see us continuing. I actually see us continuing I don't see us continuing to the upside. I see us continuing to the downside, definitely up and down, very choppy price action. So Cal, thank you for asking for this, my bro. I do hope that I answered your question correctly. So Cal says, I want to see it bottom more for another upside swing within the wedge. I do agree with you. And if we're looking for a downside target, we can actually imply that. But it would likely be, let me see. If we were to make the move right to tomorrow, well, actually, let me just give it to you from the swing low. So I'm going to take an inverse fib. Okay, so yeah, for a few days, we can actually see the 1.272 at 48.58. So 48.58 could be an area that we can face either some wicks down, and I'm talking about in a few days, maybe even a week before we can see that bottom. But yeah, if we can find that bottom at around 48 cents, then we can actually make a pretty significant bounce. But we'll validate that, my brother. Make sure to continue asking me, and we'll revise it. I know you're very wise within these trades, so I appreciate your asking me. I appreciate your sharing the knowledge with the community. Okay, you guys, so that, did I answer your question correctly, Cal? All right, my buddy. You're very welcome, my bro. I appreciate you so much. So let's go ahead and pull up the notes once again and take a look at the next ticker that we have per the donations. You guys, thank you so much for donating to the Arca family here, to the Arca household. I appreciate you. So yes, Blink, it is on you now, my buddy. So we're going to be looking at ticker symbol APRN. Do I have a load of that? I think I actually do. We've actually been looking at APRN per request for a couple days now. Okay, so yeah, so APRN was set to make a pretty cool move to the upside. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry that you're looking at the chart like this. Okay, so if this is about as this is literally me preparing a video for APRN, because this is actually a play that the community in Discord has requested for. Okay, so I am working on the charts, and I am still working on a very important play for this, as I do see some stuff coming in for APRN. So you're literally gonna get what I don't like to show before I actually finish. Okay, so this is usually my volatility versus momentum profile test, and as you can see, every single line is green thus far, is because I am still making that the analysis on this. Okay, so I've actually started it 2 days ago, and I've already ran the back test, so now I have to start measuring the upsides, the durations, the iterations, correct versus incorrect. I have to make the square root conversions for the standard deviations. I still have a lot to do for APRN, but the analysis that I'm going to be able to give you right now is going to be very discretionary, and is going to be based on candle analysis only. Okay, so as I am not clear for the direction on this just yet. Okay, so I'm using the ARC trend line in this case to validate for some potential previous highs that can be connecting to a low that I'm expecting eventually in about a few days. Okay, so APRN is a very complex play, and this is not easy for me to just take a look at as the way I've been looking at other tickers for you guys. Okay, so I need you to be very careful with what I say within this, because I am not done. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and continue on with the analysis then. Okay, so let's hide our momentum and look at thus far what is here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so first of all, let's just make sure that there is no price action away from the 3 days. So let's see, we are 3-day closure at 96.90. Okay, so there is aftermarket, and that was 94.85. Okay, so let's go ahead and note our 94.85 zone right here. This is I mean, it's still fine. Okay, we can do it right about there. Okay, so that's the market closure. Okay, so based on this price action, I can actually see that we've made a significant move to the upside. We need to be very careful with what's happening here, you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and close a trend line for now and get the colors of the actual candles first. Okay, so let's see. Sideways trading for the 3-day. Let's go to the 12-hour. 12-hour suggesting downside, and the daily starting to lose strength on the bulls. Okay, now as you can see here, the bulls have been gaining in volume, and now the bears are actually now starting to make an uptick. So here's the first bear sign, here's the second bear sign in volume. So we are definitely getting an uptick in bearish action. But let's continue verifying. The 8-hour time frame is suggesting what I'm saying. Okay, so there is a definite downside continuation per the 8-hour. We are absolutely above the moving average, which is good. Okay, but that means that we can likely continue on a retracement until we meet that 14-day moving average before a bounce to the upside. Okay, so this is absolutely something that we have to watch out for. Okay, so now let's look at the 4 hour actually. Yeah, we can load up the 4 hour. 4 hours suggesting massive downside as well. There is the potential that we can use the 14-day moving average as a form of support. Let's go ahead and load up the hourly for an immediate short term. Okay, so we're definitely going to be facing some immediate short term downside. Okay, so this is a nosedive on the hourly time frame. 30-minute time frame should be the same, of course. Okay, so now that we know that we are looking at downside for the immediate short term, yes, this is going to be a corrective move, potentially a continuation for upside, okay? But we need to first look at this bearish move. Okay, so when we're looking at literally within the next day or two, okay, we can actually give you a range here. Let's see, between yeah, man, I'm going to be the safe. I'm going to play it safe here. And we're going to go to the 2 fib at about 72. Yeah, 72 cents to the 1.618. We're going to pull up the moving averages to see what we have. Okay, this is going to be a very likely area to find a bounce. Sometimes, like I said, when we have the 1.618 right in these levels here, sometimes that test of the 1.618 can be enough before that corrective move is over. Okay, you guys, so in this case, yes, we do have an important area of support right down here, okay? Now, let me actually load the moving averages and see what we have. So the SMAs, okay. So the SMA 10 is actually literally right smack in between the 1.618 and the 2 fibs. So this is literally backing my downside thesis to this area in the immediate short term. Okay, so now let's load up some. Yeah, we can load up an EMA 7 and an EMA 30 as well, as those are very often used. Okay, so look at the EMA 7, very close to the 1.618. So this, yeah, you guys, this is definitely my zone. Okay, so lowest target can be between 72.38. Highest target can be adjusted to the EMA 7 and the 1.618, 83.76. APRN is looking for a downside continuation in the next day or two down to this range here, okay? So definitely watch your longs or watch your positions for a potential entry. Definitely know that I'm not a financial advisor, okay? You guys, definitely watch out with that, okay? I don't want to hear that you're losing, okay? You guys, I want to make sure that you guys are patient with your entries. I want to make sure that you guys are not practicing FOMO, okay? Don't practice the FOMO stuff, you guys. I want to make sure that you guys are actually listening to the potential strategies that we can exercise and make wise decisions on, okay? So yeah, just please know that, okay, you guys? So I hope that I did answer the questions correctly for Blink. Blink, if you're still in here, I appreciate you, my bro. And this is APRN, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and save this. I actually have to go back to the 3-day chart so I don't interrupt what I'm doing, okay? I'm going to... because there is a really important play here and a massive upside that I am seeing, but it's actually I am looking at a downside after several days of potentially down to here, 31 cents, maybe even 49 cents, who knows? But I am still in that process of validating those moves to the downside. Okay, you guys, I know I'm not actually catching up with the chat just yet. You guys, please be as patient as you can with me as I am trying to catch up as we move on. Okay, you guys, so I really do appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't hit that like button just yet, you guys, please make sure to do so, okay? And we'll continue on. Samantha's still helping me out over here. I really, really appreciate that, okay? Cal, I appreciate you helping me out. You guys, moderators, you guys are amazing, okay? Definitely good stuff, okay? So let's go ahead and move on to the next chart, okay, you guys? So that is actually going to be... Somebody asked me for COSM a little bit earlier, okay? So I definitely did talk about COSM already, okay, you guys? I spoke about it, not today. I spoke about it in a video that I posted, I think yesterday, okay? So if you want to get some more details about COSM, definitely head on over to check out that that chart. Let me just see if I can drag my new screen right into here, okay? And see if I can load up my COSM. Man, I actually could and I can't, and I could and I can't. What's going on? Okay, I could, but I actually don't have it there. Okay, you guys, hold on just a sec, and we will load up COSM. Okay, if you guys are still sticking around here, you guys, thank you so much for sticking around for so long. I actually don't even know how long I've been streaming already. I can feel my voice certainly going away, so I definitely have time for maybe 2 more tickers, okay, you guys? So let's go ahead and look at first COSM. So let me just load up the, let's see, where are we? Where are we? Perfect. I do have loads for COSM, so we don't actually have to make new drawings, which is a very good thing. Very good thing. Okay, so let's load up COSM Edit 3 and see what we have here. Okay, right. I remember. Okay, you guys, so I'm not going to lie. This COSM ticker is still in that validation process for our newly converted resistance into support, and I'm talking about particularly to this broadening descending wedge. Okay, we are since we claimed the bottom here with that capitulation from the reverse split, the playbook rules state that if we do recover this, then our recovery to the outside would actually need further confirmation or validation of our, again, newly converted resistance into support, particularly this yellow trend line, okay? So we've already tested it one time, but it looks like sentiment is not ready to let go of that just yet. We may need to validate that support before we do continue on to the upside, okay, you guys? So let's go ahead and see what we have, okay? Yeah, let's load up one more of these COSM edits. Okay, we're gonna load up also the RSI analysis, because there is an important thing to look at right there, as there are many time frames that are suggesting some silly things for COSM. I know that there's a lot of people trapped. I know that there's a lot of longs trapped, okay? So please be very mindful of all the price action that's happening. But yeah, I did mention earlier, I think within one of the tickers that we were looking at, right, you guys, I did mention that there is that sideways trading, and this actually just confirms it for me. I actually don't even have to show you the RSI to tell you. The RSIs are suggesting sideways, meaning slightly bullish. I mean, mostly bearish, and this is how we're getting this price action happening here, okay, you guys? So tomorrow, what we can see is an immediate upside, okay? Notice that in the 30-minute time frame, we are very much at the border between the bear strength percentile and the bear weakness percentile, okay? So that's literally like this. Let me just adjust my chart one more time so I can show you that diagram, okay? This is the diagram that I'm talking about for the RSI properties. We are literally right here, okay? So when we're at this zone, we can actually look at a potential continuation to the upside based on a gravitational pull. Think of it as like magnetism, okay? So as long as we are within this border, we can actually literally be facing sideways trading until something is broken, okay, you guys? So we have to be very careful. Look at the moving average has literally balanced and is now suggesting sideways in the immediate short term. So bi-hourly suggesting sideways as well. 6 hours suggesting sideways as well. And also the daily is suggesting just a little bit of bearishness, which is literally what's been happening since the 19th. 19, 20, 21, 22, and this is the we're about to hit that 23 mark right here, right? But this is literally what we've been looking at for days, you guys. It's just very slow decline, and I really do think it's probably the best way that we can actually make that test of that $5.39 zone. But to tell you the truth, I'm going to continue saying this. I am not letting off of that target that I've been talking about forever, okay? I've been talking about this target down here of about 476, 480, to about, let's see, to about $4.35 or 34 cents for quite some time. Okay, you guys, so I'm definitely not going to let off of this. My personal opinion is laying right there. I think it could be right here before we can face a pretty good bounce, okay, you guys? So this is definitely the demand zone that I'm looking for. So if we do face this downside, you guys, the play for this for the descending broadening wedge could be reset, thus making an ascent to literally all the way up to these like high levels, okay? So that I'm not calling this level as an analyst or anything. I'm actually telling you based on basic price action rules. Okay, you guys, I'm telling you this because usually when we trade broadening descending wedges, the overall take profit is located at the genesis of the price action itself, of the formation itself. In this case, 71.67. Yes, very, very far away, but we do have to practice the playbook rules as well. Okay, because this is now more than ever following the price action and the playbook rules. Okay, so yeah, once again, you guys, I'm definitely not letting off of that target. I've learned to follow my instinct. I've learned to follow the data. And I honestly still believe that we can still have enough juice to touch that 480 level, 476, okay? Ivan A, man, thank you so much, my brother, for that donation. Yes, we can absolutely look at that ticker for you. HTGM, was that something that we covered? Mods, do you remember if I covered that today? Samantha, you have an incredible memory. Do you guys remember if I covered HTGM already? It doesn't matter though, because my friend Ivan here actually donated and I will look at it for him regardless. Okay, thank you so much for that, Ivan. I can't express to you my deepest thanks. So let's go ahead and load that HTGM. Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think so, Cal. Thank you so much. But I think I have a load on it. Yeah. Well, I mean, not quite. I didn't actually save it, but this can actually speed up the process into looking at what could potentially happen for HTGM, as there is something already looking not bad right here. Okay. So the last time I spoke about HTGM, particular to the 12-hour chart, is that momentum and volatility are actually now starting to present the potential of a huge upside move, one of which I actually would have to perform a back test for. So as far as where we can go, I don't know just yet, but we can speculate. Okay, we can look at that raw price action, we can look at our candle analysis and see where we can potentially be, right? Okay, so particular to the volatility versus momentum. Okay, new viewers, if you I covered it previously, right? But I don't think it was today. I think it was Samantha. Yeah, I think it was potentially 2 days ago. Yes, and I did. Yeah, we kind of get it. I did GTII early. That was the first ticker that I did for Andrew today. And yes, Amy is actually confirming that I did the HTGM on the prior live ticker picker. Okay, so yeah, our previous ticker was the one where we did that HTGM cover, but no, not a problem at all, Ivan. I will continue on this path for you. Okay, so it was last week. Okay, gotcha. Perfect. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. So this is what I mean by volatility. Okay, so new viewers, yeah, happy New Year's to you, Ivan. Thank you so much. And no. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for the donation. I can't tell you how far that goes, my friend. My goodness. The Arca household really, really appreciates you. Okay, so let's just take a look. Let's just take a look at this. Michael, who's wasting your time, my brother? Please let me know who's wasting your time. Okay, so volatility is here, what you're looking at here, represented by this indicator BBWP. Okay, now volatility is direction neutral. Okay, we actually pair it with an indicator named, let me just draw a trend line here. We actually pair it with an indicator that's proprietary to TradingView software. Okay, and that's called stochastic momentum. Now, stochastic momentum is usually what gives us that bias. I've actually tested this or back tested this in several tickers, and it actually has given us a great read, particular to standard deviation. So if we're looking at the first standard deviation, we're looking at a lowest side of it of about 75%, and the highest end of the standard deviation landing at about 91% in guessing the asset's direction. Okay, so this is not perfect, but it's very good to consider into our factors. Okay, so as you can see, the pivot is now starting to slow that continuation to the downside. We're starting to make that corrective move. Okay, so there could be something loading up for HTGM. Okay, particularly in the next days. Okay. So what am I saying by that? The reason why is because we're sitting in critical volatility. Critical volatility is within the 90 percentile. Okay, so as long as and now we're getting a second read. Okay, so now we failed. We contracted outside of the 90 percentile, and now we're regaining that 90 percentile again. Okay, so when we're looking at back-to-back reads like this, the upside continuation can be good if momentum suggests it. And in this case, momentum, very similar to an RSI, is very much in that oversold percentile, okay? So we can see that if you just draw a trend line right here, you can actually see that historically we have reversed from the current position several times along. Look at this right here. Okay, so we have actually used this as a form of a reversal very many times. Okay, so all historically you can see that we have only very few iterations to where we can continue to the downside. My apologies. So the downside continuation could be in place, but it's very limited. But I am looking at a macro move. Not actually 12-hour time frame is not a macro move. I actually can see a corrective move towards the upside, and my targets are actually still being met. Last week we did call the potential of touching this zone right here. As you can see, the candle actually touched our more than likely area of support or resistance, and it capitulated from it. Very important thing to note here is that we do have the NOT 618 at $4.97 as a form of support. Okay, so let's load up an RSI and just see how far we can go down, because there is a potential that we can continue to the downside first before that corrective upside. And like we said, is like it may happen. Okay, so the RSI 30-minute is suggesting a downside continuation. Let's look at the buy hourly. Buy hourly is suggesting upside. Wow. Okay, so it may be a very little gap for anyone to gauge some type of entry there. 6 hours suggesting upside. Very good stuff. 12 hours suggesting upside. Very good stuff. Okay, so now, and the buy daily is actually suggesting downside. Okay, so this is now what my suggestion is for you. Samantha, what did he say? Do I need to respond to any tough questions here? My apologies if you're dealing with tough things. So let's go ahead and just load up. I'm sorry, you're gonna get rid of the RSI and these indicators, and now we can actually continue on that upside suggestion. Okay, so first of all, we have a very short downside suggestion from the immediate short term. Remember, so this can likely be between $4.60 at best case. I'm talking best case loading at $4.60. I'm going to give you the range of between 460 on the 2-fib and the NOT 618 at 497. Okay, so this area here can be a likely support before continuing on to the upside. Do know that we do have the SMA 10. And Amy, thank you, Samantha. Don't let that happen. Thank you so much, you guys. Yeah, we want to make sure to keep a positive vibe here, you guys. Okay, yeah, we don't. There's Samantha. Thank you so much for doing that for Amy. Don't let anyone. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Luna's Life, what up? Thank you so much for stopping by. Definitely good people here, okay? All right, so yes, we can see that support down here, and then we can continue on to the upside, but I wanted to tell you about the SMA 50 and the SMA 10, okay? This is, we have to push through this in order for us to meet the SMA 100, which is very important, at the $8.13 zone, okay? So if I can give you a range of take profit, it would actually be between the 1.272 at $7.03 in best case scenario. Okay, I'm talking about between 656 and the 1.72. 656 to 703 would be this area for take profit if you're going to do a day trade, right? And the best take profit would likely be this one right up here at about $8.13 at the 1.618. Okay, so the move to the upside is still in play, but we do have a couple little obstacles that we have to get rid of in order for us to make that upside. Okay, the suggestion from the indicators is giving us that downside to potentially, like I said, right here, and then make that upside move. Okay, definitely sometimes, you guys, the best way to make some money in the short term is to just trade the ranges, right? And then reset for the next play. George T, definitely a positive chat. Absolutely. We want to make sure that we express I'm talking about respect here, you guys, okay? We're talking about real trading. We are not messing around here. We are talking about people's life savings, people's livelihood here, okay? So we want to make sure that we do keep that we do keep some type of balance here. And I'm lucky enough to have people like Hound and Samantha and Cal taking care of this. You guys are so amazing. I couldn't have asked for any better of an audience than you guys. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being kind to each other and being respectful to each other. We must remember that we are overall just people, okay? We need to make sure that we respect each other, okay? You guys, I really appreciate all of you. Express the kindness, express the love. We're literally in the holidays right now, okay, you guys? Which baffles me of the crazy drivers out there, man. You would think that people would actually drive more careful to not ruin someone's holidays. I've seen so many accidents happen already. It's terrible. Okay, so yeah, so I'm sorry, HTGM was asked by who again? It was by Ivan, I think. Ivan, yes, Ivan, what's up, buddy? Did I answer your questions correctly? Was that good enough for you, my friend? I gave you a good range here for you to take a look at. The indicators are suggesting some good things, but I would honestly try to hedge against your potential losses in other long-term plays. You can hedge against them using things like this, okay? Sophie, hi. Hola. ¿Cómo estás, mi señorita? So just know that these are my likely areas of take profit, okay, you guys? So be very careful. Yes, yeah, Samantha, yes. To the new viewers, if you don't know, yes, I am in... I am near Los Angeles, California, and there are so many crazy drivers out here. So many accidents already happen, ruining people's holidays, potential fathers, potential mothers. You guys, come on. We have to make sure to be courteous of each other's lives, okay, you guys? So... yeah, HTGM is looking pretty good. Ivan, if you're still here, thank you so much for your donation, my friend. I really, 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 really appreciate you. And Beso Amy says, oh, I didn't think that was... Okay, look at Amy. You are the best. Thank you so much. We have to make sure that we... I don't want to particularly single out the women and the ladies here, but I want to make sure that the guys are as respectful to our ladies as we are to each other. Okay, you guys, please make sure that we make this a hospitable area and a respectful one, and an area to where we can always feel safe and come back to. Okay, you guys, great. So I do have time for one more ticker, and I do remember that key was actually, somebody's been asking me for that DBMM for so many times already, you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh God. Okay, so you know what? I'll make the room for you too, DeMarcus. We'll look at. I'll make it for you. Which one do you want? You got to choose one, okay, my buddy. We'll do AVA, YA, or GME, okay. But let's go ahead and load up DBMM next, okay. So let's see what we have. I want to keep this as a save just in case, because a lot of people ask for this ticker. HTGM, okay. I didn't even know. Okay, so let's go ahead and load up now DBMM. What's going on, Key? What's going on with your DBMM? Are you in a loss here? Are you winning? Do we need to go and beat up some CEOs or what? Speaking of respect, right? Okay, so DBMM was the ticker. Okay, so let's see. Sophie, any advice? Not financial, of course, LOL. I'm trying to buy SPXS as a hedge. You're right, I live in Hawthorne, California, and Cali people drive crazy. They very much do, okay? I actually haven't seen SPXS. Talk to me about it. What is it? What is that ticker again that I have to look at? Here it is. DBMM. So DBMM. I've never heard of a digital brand media. And it's an OTC. Okay, so it's running on its own thing. It's massively up. Good deal. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the daily like always and see what we have, okay? So... Very cool. I mean, no, it's all good, man. I just want to make sure that we're looking at it. Look at this thing barcoding everywhere. Definitely no algos in place here, guys. Nothing to see here. Okay, so it's been trading for quite a while, actually, and it has been trading since about 2003. Very, very interesting, okay? So Luna's Life, give me some more details on SPXS. What is it? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here, as there is a falling wedge here. Could potentially be a large bull flag, all of which patterns that don't usually materialize, right? So we want to make sure that we don't get the DBMM holders into a bull trap here. Okay. Oh, Key, he did? Nice, nice, very cool. But Mac, DBMM not supported on Webull. Yeah, so there's only going to be a handful of stocks that are going to be able to be available when they're in the OTC market. Okay, so I know TradeStation is a pretty good place to get them. I think Schwab is another pretty good place, a broker, you know, for gaining access into these tickers. Okay, so. We're looking at a bull flag here, and I think we can actually trade it on the weekly or even the bi-weekly. Let's see. So yeah, the bi-weekly is more along the bull flag terms. Okay, so let's go ahead and load up some momentum and see what's going on with this ticker. Okay, so bi-weekly still suggesting massive upside and a continuation of it. Okay, so overall macro perspective looking good. Monthly suggesting barely. Actually, it is upside, but it's very interesting to see how this monthly RSI. Yeah, this is definitely barcoding here. Okay, sideways trading. Man, don't ask me if you were here in 2015 asking for Arca. Arca, where are we going? Well, first of all, I didn't trade in 2015, so I would have told you I don't know. But nonetheless, look at this. We were sideways for literally 184.6 years, all the way to today. Finally, something moving for DBMM. If you've been holding since 2001, I am sorry, okay? The dot-com bubble looks like gave you a good little gain right here, and then you were sideways 4 decades. Okay, so in this case, we are looking at a continuation to the upside based on the macro perspective. So let's go ahead and zoom in and get maybe a shorter term time frame perspective here. Okay, you guys. So now let's look at DBMM on the daily chart and see what we have. Daily RSI suggesting a continuation, aggressive continuation to the upside of that. And you can see that we are now in the bull strength percentile. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, okay, so that we can get some more people in here always. Okay, so particular to another thing to notice, a very important thing to notice here is that we have a huge bullish engulfing. Oh man, brother, this actually may be a very good thing for you, okay? So please notice, okay, this is another candle formation that you guys should be familiar with, and I actually will be now, okay? So when you have a larger green body engulfing a body that is red right before it, just like this, you have to make sure to look at it in this manner, okay? Make sure to, let me hide the RSI. You have to make sure that the green is up above the red area and below the red area, okay? So this is called a bullish engulfing, okay? So we have to give this some credit, especially when we're on the daily chart, okay? So this is a very good sign. Another thing is that please look at the volume profile. Huge sell, then the diminishing of the sell pressure, and now we're starting to get that uptick in volume, okay? Definitely looking good for DBMM. So upside, definitely imminent, okay? So let's look at the 8-hour. 8-hour suggesting upside as well, entering into the bull strength percentile. Very good. 4-hour, let's see what you got to say. Same thing, entering the bull strength percentile, upside suggestion even so. And now we have moved above the moving average, so this is a good thing. We now have support below us in case. Okay, upside suggestion for the hourly, immediate short term also. Man, so this is going to face upside almost immediately. 30-minute time frame, well within the grips of the bull strength percentile. Good call on your DBMM ticker, my friend. Let's go ahead and gauge a target for you, okay? So now we need to see our history to see if we are within any relevant areas of resistance, okay? First of all, yes, we are, and I don't know what those are right there, but we're going to continue on with our analysis and see what we can give you, okay? Let's make some money. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and take an inverse Fibonacci. Actually, no, we're going to do it from the range high to the range low, so normal fib, okay? So, wow, that can be a huge move to the upside. Okay, you guys, so you're definitely trading at about 2 cents. Wow, 2 cents. Man, this thing is definitely doing good. Okay, so the first of all, I can actually give you the first area of resistance, okay? But this is not what I'm telling you as an overall take profit. I'm just telling you how the play may move, okay? So we can actually look right at about here. And let me just get rid of this right here. People talking in the other comments too. Okay, so yeah, this could be the first likely area for a resistance, and we can actually validate that with some SMAs. That's something maybe around there, or everything's below us. Who knows? Let's see. Yeah, so everything's below us still. Very good. We have literally every moving average in the daily time frame as a form of support. Very, very good things. Okay, so the first area that we can look at, I'm talking about as a short, very short term resistance before a continuation onto the upside, is the 1.618 at about 3 cents. Okay, the overall short-term, immediate short-term targets I can give you would be between the 2.272 at 376 and 414 at the 2.618. Okay, so this is now the second area of resistance of which we can use before coming back down and using this zone as a form of support before continuing on to the upside. If we're looking at let me see I can't even see the true range in this thing, but let's see. Volume is 12 million, so it's a slow mover. Okay. Man, because it's and the market cap is what is about, oh man. Okay, so this is super tiny, and it's a very slow mover as well. So this can take potentially some days. I know that this was a crazy candle here. It may actually happen. It may not actually happen once again. Okay, but definitely know that we can actually face an upside continuation to that 2.618. But if we do get another candle like this one here, this is my top target for the immediate short term. Okay, first the immediate short term, 3.272 at about $4 cents, 4.84, near 5 cents, to about 5 cents, 5.21 at the 3.618. Okay, so if we're talking now macro moves or larger term time frame moves, particular to maybe the 3-day or even the 5-day. Okay, in this case, the potential of the first larger time frame would be between the 2.618 and the 3.618. So I am considering this as a continuation onto the upside, and I'm talking about within the next probably 5 days to maybe 10 days reaching these levels up here. Okay, so this is going to be a safe type of I mean, it's not safe because of the market cap and because of I'm talking about low float here. This is very it's tough. Okay, you guys. So 771 million. I would actually prefer this to be about $1 billion considering the market cap. But yeah. I mean, you still have the potential. This is the confirmation candle, by the way. Okay, the 5-day candle that you're looking at here is the confirmation candle from this massive inverted hammer here. So this was a huge buy signal for everyone on the 5-day closure here. So this one, this candle here is going to be closing in the next 2 days, 14 hours. If it does close in a bullish setup, which I do expect it to be minimum at the 1.618 or 2 fib, this is going to be the confirmation candle for a continuation to the top side. Okay, you guys. So definitely 5-day. I'm looking at 2.618 and a 3.618. Okay, so I hope that I did answer your questions correctly. DBMM is absolutely going to make an upside continuation here. Key, thank you so much, my bro. Oh, I very much appreciate you. Oh my goodness, that is definitely going to help out the family here. You guys definitely going to help out my toddler. I really appreciate that, you guys. So now let's go ahead and look at the last ticker, which is AVYA for my friend. He actually asked us to take a look at that just a little bit earlier. And you guys, that will absolutely be my last ticker for tonight. As you can hear, my voice is going away. And oh, yeah. Just had to take a quick little sip of water down here, you guys. Thank you so much for that, you guys. I really appreciate you. Great crowd. And definitely we have to get some sleep before tomorrow's trading session, okay? So AVAY, right? So let's go ahead and just open up a new layout, and I'll just keep that as an unsaved because somebody's bound to ask me about that as well. Okay, so now, yeah, let's go ahead and open up AVYA. Let's see. So what's going on with AVYA? Are we bag holding or what's going on, you guys? Or are we winning? That doesn't look too much of winner, but but we can go ahead and speculate and see what we have in store for this ticker. Okay, you guys, let's see. Ta 5 day, definitely very bearish. But let's go ahead and open up the daily, as that's usually where I like it to, where I like to see things. Okay, so AVYA expressing some very bearish movements here. We have to actually, you know what? Let's look at the 12-hour instead, and take a look at a very important psychological zone here. As you guys know that I like to take note of these things on the larger term time frames before we can continue the analysis. So we can see that we do have a small gap right over here on the 12-hour that is between 41.51 and about 38.08. Yes, Beso Amy, definitely looking very interesting and very cheap. Definitely practice risk management within that. Okay, and yes, Peter, actually GTII was the very first one that I covered, probably about 20 minutes into the chat. Okay, but yeah, things are still looking pretty good for GTII. Okay, so yeah, anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look at AVYA. Now let's go back to the daily. Okay, so the daily actually has an extended gap of which is yet again another type of psychological component. So I'm gonna put it right to here, just so that we note what we have. Okay, you guys. So yeah, we have a psychological component. Psychological because usually when we approach these areas, sometimes the sentiment wants to clear them, even if there is downside continuation. Okay, so now let me actually take a fib from this swing high to the swing low, because I'm very curious. Okay, so very interesting that the 3.618 is landing very near our gap bottom here, the resistance of the gap. Okay, so we do have to keep that in mind. Okay, you guys, so the 35 to about 37 cents, almost 38 cents is an area of significant resistance. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up momentum and see what we have. What are we going to do as far as the upside or downside on this? Okay, so we're actually reversing from a very oversold percentile. Let's just see historically how oversold it is though. Okay, so I'm going to draw a trend line here for you to see what I see, okay? So once we draw this trend line, we can actually see that we do have one iteration where we reversed from. We have literally that one. Okay, so now as far as these 3 iterations to where we've passed, that could be an area of relevant support talking about momentum. Okay, so in this case, we are already making an upside move, and there is a slight pivot on the daily to the upside or favoring the upside. Okay, but know for a fact that as long as we do have this 14-day moving average above us, we can potentially look at a form of resistance before continuing on to the downside. Okay, so this is dangerous, but let's go ahead and continue the analysis. Okay, so let's look at shorter term time frames. 8-hour suggesting sideways trading. Okay, and while we are not in the shallow areas of the oversold percentile, particularly to this area right over here, when we're not in the shallow area and we're in here, the sideways trading continuation is more than likely. Okay, so just like all these iterations here, just sideways, it's literally suggesting the same thing. So let's go ahead and look at the 4-hour. So the 4-hour is suggesting sideways as well. But now this is what I meant. Okay, so when I'm looking at these very shallow areas, the gravitational pull is likely. Okay, and second of all, we have the moving average below us. We can use that as a form of resistance or support, before continuation on to the upside. We got to make sure to break the very deep areas of the bear strength percentile before we can continue on to the upside, okay? So this is potentially sideways, a little bit bearish, but it's going to eventually lead into the upside. Let's look at the hourly time frame and see what we have, okay? So the hourly time frame is suggesting also sideways trading. So this is going to be also another type of slow mover right here, you guys. So we have to be very careful with the moves that we're making here, because in this case, we are not in the shallow areas of the bear weakness and not in the deep areas of the bear weakness either. Okay, so this is very important that we do notice these time frames. Let's look at the 30-minute. 30-minute suggesting literal sideways, okay, here you guys. So now the fact that we're in the shallow areas of the bear weakness percentile, yes, we can be pressured to the upside, but notice that the moving average is above us. So we actually are looking at a potential resistance here. So all in all, what this is telling me is that we are looking at for sure. Some sideways trading coming about, and then eventually when we start reaching the higher term time frames like the daily or let's look at the 3-day actually and see what it has. Wow, we are literally sideways for almost every single time frame, including the bi-weekly. So overall, the monthly is giving us a downside suggestion. Okay, you guys. So there is in the macro perspective, there is a continuation to the downside expected for AVYA, and I'm talking about weeks from now. But from now till then, we could be facing just a very small trading range. So this is an asset that you may not want to hold for too long, because we can actually just see some literal just range trading within this area here. Okay, 20 to 40 cents may be or 20 to 30 cents may even be the biggest range that this thing can actually face. Okay, you guys. So I definitely hope that I answered the questions correctly for AVYA. I expect to be streaming tomorrow too, you guys. If you still have tickers in mind that you want me to review, please don't hold back. I definitely have some things coming about for the live stream. I mean, okay, you guys. So know that I will absolutely take a look at your tickers, you guys. People who donated, thank you so much. Yeah, please just know that you guys are very much appreciated. Okay, you guys, I appreciate everyone donating to the Arca household. I really appreciate you. Okay, DeMarcus, thank you, Arca. You are the man. I know, my friend, you are the man. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do. Leroy, have a very good night, my bro. I appreciate you guys. Samantha, Cal, you guys are amazing. Peter, you're very welcome. No problem at all, you guys. Okay, so please know that I can absolutely look at your tickers. Don't hold back. I am absolutely here for you guys. You know, it's just I'm getting a little tired right now, you guys. Also, my toddler is right outside. He definitely needs to see his dad. We need to hang out. Absolutely. CJ, you're very welcome for the stream. Key, you are very welcome, my friend. No, thank you for the donations, my friends. So guys, please, now that you know your information, prepare for tomorrow's session. It's already very late. Okay, you guys. I definitely will wish him your best. Thank you so much, Samantha. Okay, you guys. So yeah, with that said, you guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I will catch you on the next one. Okay, you guys, I will actually catch you at the Bell Mañana. Good night, Karamico Studios. All right, you guys. Adios.